You are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice.
Hope everyone enjoys it here.
10,
please join the
you're
call.
truly at peace with
Sub for
yourself when you
more.
mind your own business.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Atoms. Shout out to the Eves. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Yes, sir. We in the building, people. We in the building. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy BA. I'm in here a bit late. Updates, guys. Always updates. You know, some people, I see why these streamers leave their stream on all day and night, because it's easier once you get it going to keep it going rather than making a new one every time. But I'm a different type of streamer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep mine on and off every other time. I wanted to introduce you guys. First off, what up, everybody? Gang. Man, my stomach is destroyed right now, Ninja. I don't think I can eat spicy food no more. But besides the point, I wanted to introduce you guys to my little pet right here. And shout out to Twitch. I found this on Twitch. This is my streamer pet that you see on the right side of the screen, or maybe the left side of the screen. I don't actually know. Damn, this bump need a pop, Ninja. Come on now.
But what the hell, boy?
Come on now. I'm not finna squeeze it. I don't want to mess up my face. But yeah, this is my little ninja right here. Y'all know what it is. His name is Voidling. Everybody say hi to Voidling. Hello, Voidling. Voidling is my virtual pet. I was gonna name him Antimatter. Maybe I'll change his name to Antimatter. I don't know yet. But for now, his name is Voidling. Shout out to Voidling. Anyways, we got a good show for you guys today, man. Let me remove my promotionals real quick. Let me see. 1 second. Let's see. Boom, boom. Twitch. Oh shit, I accidentally removed Voidling. Alright, so like I said, we got a good show for you guys today. Blueface claims he welcomed Chrisean Rock back into his house because she appeared homeless and needing of help with getting back on her feet. She then aired him out on social media. Yeah, so we've discussed this. We were discussing this last weekend, and we're going to continue to discuss this because we want to keep you guys in the loop. Shout out to all of their fan bases or whatever the case may have you. Like I said, I mean, y'all know what it is. Y'all like them for some reason. Whenever I talk about Chrisean, my page gets more views. So y'all hit the like button, answer the poll in the chat. For those of you who don't know, we're streaming on 5 different platforms. So if we are a little laggy, please bear with us. Like I said, I'm an up and coming streamer myself. I do this by my lonely. Your donations mean everything. If y'all could donate, if you can't donate, hit the like button and participate in the show. If you can't participate because you're at work, like I said, just follow along. I'll do my best to entertain you. It's my job to entertain. This is my job as well. Like I said, we're streaming on 5 platforms, people. Shout out to Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and what's the 5th one? Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Oh, and Rumble. Shout out to all of y'all. Yes, sir. Past that, we got a poll in the chat on YouTube. Y'all answer the poll in the chat, and the poll question is, do you think Chrisean and Blue still love each other, or are they just trauma bonded? Vote. So the 2 answer choices are, they still love each other or they're trauma bonded. Vote and tell us what you think in the comment section, people. Let me see. Let me unpin this message. Hold on. You know, you got to do all these message pins in here. Let me put answer the poll in the chat. Shout out to the other platforms as well. Answer the poll in the chat, people. Answer the poll in the chat and tell us who you are. You know, Team Chrisean or Team Blue. Also, what was I gonna say? Shout out to Twitch, man. Twitch, my followers are starting to go up on Twitch. I don't know how or why, but shout out to all our support on Twitch. It means a lot, people. Anyways, let's get started with the show, man. We got a lot to cover. Not too much. I'll be in here an hour to an hour and 30 minutes tops today. I'm going to keep it short. Very soon, we're going to start setting up a goal, man. Y'all got to donate, Ninja. Ninja trying to get paid $20 an hour. If y'all ninjas can't donate $1, bro, I mean, what's the point in watching, bro? I got to say it like that, bro. Y'all niggas got to help a ninja out, bro. Y'all niggas got to help a ninja out. Shout out to my support system. But like I said, even my new supporters, bro, y'all niggas hit the like button, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Every time you see them people on the streets, y'all ninjas give a ninja 50 cents. Donate it to a ninja. Donate 50 cents, bro. That 50 cents means something, bro. If 100 people donate 50 cents, bro, $50, bro, that's like $50, bro. So really, I just need y'all to make $20 an hour. We got to make $20 an hour so I can stay in here longer, because ultimately, I would like to be in here for 3 or 4 hours, okay? I got a lot to say. Also, if I look a little bit dry, I did not put on any lotion today. So I don't know. Anyways, let's get started with today's show. First things first, this is an old video, but I mean, I guess they're bringing it up now full circle. So we have a Chicago teacher hit with 52 charges after allegedly having fornication or intercourse with a student over 50 times, even on school grounds. Ninja. Law and Order with Black Adam. Law and Order with Black Adam, bro. This is crazy. And we discussed this story way back when she got arrested for the actual thing. I guess now they've officially charged her, you know, because they be trying to decide whether or not they're gonna let the ladies flow. The sad situation, shout out to the Adams and shout out to the Eves. Adams are the men and then Eves are the women. The sad situation about this is the fact that as men, even though this is wrong, for some reason, you know, ninjas out here in these streets be like, man, I wish my teacher did that, ninja. What be wrong with y'all ninjas? What be wrong with y'all ninjas? At the same time, I'm not here to judge, because unfortunately I've said the same stupidity as well. So I can't really say too much about it. All I can say is it's kind of messed up. I'm trying to decide if I should X out this. I think I'm gonna X this out. All right. The stream gonna lag real quick. Hold on. Let me X out all this shit. All right, we in here. Like I said, here goes the story. 1 second.
Well,
let me read it to you guys. 1 second. Let me see.
Save up to 30% when you drive.
All right, so a former high school teacher from the Chicago suburbs is facing intense backlash after a long list of charges after being accused of carrying on an alleged sexual relationship with a teenage student. Ninja. Christina Formella, a 30-year-old former soccer coach and educator at Downers Grove South High School, is now facing 52 charges related to the alleged inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old male student that reportedly spanned over a year and included dozens of encounters, many of which allegedly took place right on campus. The case first came to light in March 2024. That's what I'm saying. This shit is old. Why they even bring this up now? I guess they officially charged her, bro, because this is old. I remember discussing this way back when, because I still remember the lady's face. Because I mean, you know, she not ugly, but I'm saying, yeah, baby, you's a predator out here in these streets, bro. Yeah.
You need to leave.
You wildin'. This case first came to light in March 2024 when the students family reported the alleged abuse to the police department. She was initially arrested during a traffic stop and charged shortly after. However, as the investigators dug deeper, they uncovered what prosecutors are now calling a long-standing pattern of criminal behavior. Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to the Eves. Hey, Eves, shout out to the Eves that find their way to my page. Like I said, for those out who don't know, the Adams are the men and the Eves are the women. Ladies, don't find yourself in this situation because that's very embarrassing. Gentlemen, you as well, bro. Like, there's more than enough people of legal age that you can have access to. I know you guys want to be in control. For some reason, everybody has this crazy control issue with each other. But, yeah, unless you want to end up in the penitentiary and if you can't control yourself, I think you need to go seek help. Yeah, there's a bunch of able age people out here in these streets, okay? I don't know what's wrong with this lady. Mind you, you know what I'm saying? This lady has a husband. Here we go, guys. Here's the footage.
Yeah, whatever you need, like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys, so go ahead and turn around for me.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, is my husband coming with?
Yes, yeah.
With a whole husband, bro. A whole husband.
You need to leave.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, not everybody is like that, but that's why when y'all niggas tell me to go get married, I'm very skeptical because I see things like this and these things traumatize me as well. A lot of times we don't understand that just because something didn't happen to us doesn't mean we don't experience trauma from it, right? Follow me. So like I said, you can see something happen to somebody else and experience trauma from it. I don't want to speak on this lady. I don't want to say her name. We're gonna use this lady as an example. I don't know whether or not these allegations are true. And also, quick disclaimer: everything that you see on my show is for entertainment purposes only. I seen this one lady. I'm not gonna say their name. One girl's a DJ, right? We're not gonna say too much because they're gonna say I'm snitching. You know, in the streets, I don't need ninjas to think I'm a snitch. I am a square though, right? I'll do what I gotta do, and I keep weapons on me. But follow me. So, this one lady's a DJ. And based off of the story that's going around on social media, her and her friends jumped this other lady that I believe is a wig installation kind of person, a wig technician or whatever they call them. So supposedly they jumped this lady over a vape. Now, I don't know this lady from nowhere, but they jumped her. Supposedly the lady said they locked her in a room and they jumped her and attacked her over a vape. Afterwards, they made it seem like they didn't do anything. And I seen this on social media and I'm looking like, damn. Y'all should have seen the lady's face. If I was the lady's face, I would have pressed charges because I've been in that situation before where somebody jumped me and they family robbed me. And when they family robbed me, I let it go. I should have pressed charges. I was too young to understand trying to play these street games when I should have put them people under the jail. And that's just being keeping it a stack, people. That's just keeping it a stack. And like I said, so my main thing that I'm saying is I felt the trauma that lady experienced because I've experienced something like that before. But two, I felt the trauma that lady experienced because they had no right to do that shit. And they did that shit and that's foul. Like I said, sometimes people get violating out here in these streets. Y'all gotta learn to control yourselves, bro. I understand we're all animals and I always say this, we're just now coming out of our barbarianism. But y'all gotta learn to have some self-control out here in these streets, bro. And that's why I tell you, put yourself first. Put yourself first no matter what. Because if you don't put yourself first, there's a lot of people out here that will take advantage of you in these streets. Let's continue.
He's taking his phone number down. We're staying in touch with him. We're just going to Downers Grove, so 10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
Yeah, because she got to go do damage control now.
Am I in trouble? Like, I'm so lost right now.
Oh, nah.
Sure you don't want a tissue or something?
I'm feeling I'm going to throw up.
You want a bag?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, she know what she did, boy. She was like, damn, a ninja caught. She said,
but what the hell?
she said, I'm cooked. She said, I'm cooked. Yeah. Yeah, little baby. Yeah. I hope it was worth it touching on kids. I hope it was worth it.
You need to leave.
And kids, stop lying to people. Stop lying to people about your age. Shout out to the fast ass girls. If you're a fast girl, bro, stop lying to people about their age, because you putting their life in jeopardy. You putting your own life in jeopardy. Let's continue. All right, let's see what we got today. We have a lady who says, and shout out to Angela Yee. You know, people don't really talk about her no more since she left the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Angela Yee. She made it to the show. We're going to react to one of her videos. It says, I've been sleeping with my boss's wife for the last 3 months. Ninja.
Welcome, Coffee Stream.
Let's see what's going on here.
Good. You want to tell me and Lindsay a secret?
I've been sleeping with my boss's wife for the last 3 months now.
Oh, you going down, you getting fired.
You don't care about that job.
You better stop playing. It's hard times. Inflation is high.
How'd it happen?
It just happened. Like the first time, I thought it was going to be like a one-shot deal, but then after that, it's been coming more.
And so have you.
Regular. Like,
how did you guys?
I've been trying to cut it off. I've been trying to cut it off, but it's hard.
It's harder when you have no job.
Yeah,
in this
another
climate.
joke.
And y'all answer that poll in the chat, man. Y'all know what it is. Like I said, we're gearing up towards the main event. So today we're discussing trauma bonding and bad relationships. What I was gonna say, yeah, first off, this Ninja Wildin'. My thing is, bruh, of all the women, gentlemen, like I said, we've all been, not all of us, but a good portion of us have been in this situation. Fellas, do y'all understand how down bad dastardly you have to be to go for another ninja's wife, bruh? Do y'all understand that?
You need to leave.
Gentlemen, always understand that, or Adams. I say Adams, but I'm saying gentlemen. The reason why I call y'all gentlemen is because my dad used to call me and my brother gentlemen as we was coming up. So I gotta ask y'all, like, bro, out of all the women you can approach, right? Why do you want another man's woman? Do you not find that disgusting? Like,
but what the hell, boy?
I know y'all will explain to me, oh, the idea, like, I could make her, mine, and Ninja, she's engaging in fornication raw with her husband if she's sleeping with her husband, and then she's dealing with you. Do you understand that there's ninjas out here that will put you in the dirt, my ninja, about their wife? About their wife that they not touching on? They'll put you in the dirt, ninja. Why y'all ninjas want to touch on another man's wife? That shit is so weird to me. I don't know why that makes y'all feel like y'all get cool point. Ugh. Let's continue.
Wait, so look.
Yeah, I've known her for a while, and I've been through like relationship issues with her and my boss. Like, I know.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls, the LGBTQIA+, the Alphabet Brigade. I had to shout them out so I could say it, man. Y'all ninjas sound gay as hell, bro. I have to say it, bro. You sound homosexual, bro.
You need to leave.
What you mean you been through relationship issues with him? I mean, that's why I've given up on the world.
For some reason, she feels comfortable talking to me, but every time we talk, it's...
So you're like the shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, basically.
And then she moves down that shoulder.
And then...
What's wrong with the show? Hey, man, if they demonetize the show, bro, y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like button and push the show. They gonna keep trying to demonetize the show. What I was gonna say, this ninja said that for some odd reason she feel comfortable talking to me, ninja, because your ears is open to listen, ninja. If you was like, hey, don't talk to me about that, ninja, she wasn't gonna talk to you about that, bro. What y'all ninjas be talking about? Let's continue.
Who initiated it? Like, who was the first one to say, make a move?
She was. What are we talking about?
Me and my boss are like, I hate to say it, but we're like really good friends. We go golfing. We go.
Oh my. Y'all see why I'm cold out here in these streets? So this ninja said me and my boss are like really good friends and we go golfing and all this. And then you sleeping with his wife, ninja. Ninja, you asking to go in the dirt, my ninja. You asking to go in the dirt, bro. Let's continue.
I mean, we do a lot of things together.
You sleep with the same women.
Yeah, you guys got a lot in common.
Does he cheat on his wife?
I mean, he does. That's another reason why it's
I
like,
knew it.
but he does.
Bothered.
Yeah.
And I guess, I don't know. I'm like in the middle. His wife is using me to get info from her.
Wait, you're telling her about what he's doing? That's, come on.
You're snitching?
No. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell
Why
her
is
that
this the part where
boss was going around. Now, I didn't tell her all that. I told her, that he does, flirt, but I've never seen him take it to that next level, even though I lie about it.
Well, I hope you make it up to your boss, or you get a different boss, because
I really like this job. It pays very well. I'm just trying to figure out how I can cut it off without causing static.
Right. Well, good luck, sir.
I wish I could just walk away. You know what I'm saying? It's hard though.
Well, if you find a new job,
yeah, I would start looking if I was
start looking, and that's an easy way
that's
out.
Just me. But. Good. You want to tell me and Lindsay a secret?
Yeah, like I said, you ninjas out here is down bad, bro. You ninjas is loonies, bro.
You need to leave.
Let's see what the comments say. It's not that hard. You're gonna fall on hard times when the boss lets you go. That's somebody's wife, my boy. You want that bad luck on you. It's not his girlfriend, it's wife. Then it took close. What? It's too close. That's your boss. Nothing good ever comes out of these situations. He's definitely talking behind and telling on his boss. Yeah, he's telling on his boss for that kitty cat, bro. Y'all ninjas is lame-os.
You need to leave.
What I wonder is the stream tripping because of Voidling. You know, I see Voidling right here. Is Voidling making this happen? Should I move him? Should I maybe put him away? I don't know if that's the reason why the stream tripping. Y'all answer that poll in the chat and tell us what you think when it comes to this situation. What do you think this ninja should do? So everybody cheating, you guys playing games with your life, losing a good paying job. Fellas, y'all gotta learn to leave men who have wives, leave their wife alone, bro. Every ninja's not the same. Guys, I'm here to tell you, right? Follow me for a second. Follow me for a second. What's up with the stream, bro? These ninjas gonna make me mad. All right, we're gonna put Voidling away. Everybody says bye to Voidling real quick. We're gonna put him away. Maybe he's affecting the stream. I'm gonna put him away. All right, we put him away for a little bit. But yeah, what I was saying, guys, what y'all gotta understand is everybody does not have the same mental capacity. So there are people with average intelligence. There are people with above average intelligence. There are people with below average intelligence. The problem is you can't tell who's who. Secondly, you don't know how people regulate their emotions. So imagine this ninja catch you in bed with his wife. That ninja might pull out the glizzy and put you in the dirt, my ninja. Put you in a casket, my ninja. So yeah, bro, stop dealing with people's wives, bro. Stop dealing with ninja. And like I said, everybody want to have open relationships. That's why, like I said, me at most, I need me maybe 2 girls at the same time. 2 girls and that's it. That's it.
You need to leave.
Even though there's a lot of potential out here, that's it. Past that, if I can't fulfill that, hey, maybe I'll just stay single. But also another thing too, if you in a relationship, bro, shout out to the ladies in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, bro, as a woman, bro, don't even talk to me, bro. Don't even talk to me.
You need to leave.
I gotta say it like that. Unless you're like supporting, the show. Shout out to my Eves. Don't even talk to me. I don't even want to try and potentially open that can of worms. Let's run it back. We're gonna run it back because the show was tweaking out. Here we go.
I've been sleeping with my boss's wife for the last 3 months now.
Oh, you going down, you getting fired.
You don't care about that job.
You better stop playing. It's hard times. Inflation is high.
How'd it happen?
It just happened. Like the first time, I thought it was going to be like a one-shot deal, but then after that, it's been coming more.
And so have you.
Regular. Like,
how did you guys?
I've been trying to cut it off. I've been trying to cut it off, but it's like it's hard.
It's harder when you have no job.
Yeah,
in this
another
climate.
joke.
So look.
Yeah, I've known her for a while, and I've been through like relationship issues with her and my boss.
Oh.
Like I don't know, for some reason she feels comfortable talking to me, but every time we talk, it's
So you're like the shoulder to cry on.
yeah, basically.
And then she moves down that shoulder.
And then
who initiated it? Like, who was the first one to say, make a move?
she did. She did. Me and my boss are like, I hate to say it, but we're like really good friends. We go golfing. We do a lot of things
You
together.
sleep with the same women.
Yeah. You guys got a lot in common.
Does he cheat on his wife?
I mean, he does. That's another reason why it's
I
like.
knew it.
Why
But he
you
does.
bothered?
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know. I'm not gonna.
You ninjas are stupid. All right, man, let's continue. Like I said, if the stream's lagging, I apologize. If y'all could let me know whether or not it's lagging, because some people gonna say it is, some people gonna say it isn't. Like I said, guys, we're gearing up towards the main event. Do you think Chrisean and Blue still love each other, or are they just trauma bonded? And that's why we're showing you these videos, just to get your reaction. Plus, we have other things to show you. For example, guys, we may be going into World War III. Yes, sir.
You need to leave.
Now, at first, we discussed World War III on the show. Way back when we first started, like We were discussing how World War III was going to be a social war instead of an actual fight, boots on the ground, or it would be a robot war. But turns out it might be a nuclear war. So Iran has officially warned that if the United States joins forces with Israel in its current air war, it could result in an all-out war. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Baghai, I don't know how to pronounce the ninja name, stated any American intervention will be a recipe for an all-out war in the region. Ninja.
But what the hell, boy?
We're cooked. He didn't go into details, but the United States has troops stationed nearby within range of Iran's weapons, Fox News reports. The U.S. also has warned it will respond strongly to any attacks from Iran. Another Iranian official rejected calls for the country to abandon its nuclear program. Yep. So we may be at nuclear war, people. This is getting serious. Yes, sir.
You need to leave.
Donald Trump initially stayed neutral after Israel's surprise attack that started the conflict 6 days ago, but has recently suggested deeper U.S. involvement. He said he wants more than a ceasefire. He wants to end this conflict entirely. The U.S. has reportedly already moved more military forces into the Middle East, including additional warplanes. Like I said, we discuss industry news on the Blac Pill and let you guys, we talk about celebrity gossip in the industry. And behind the industry, right? We peel back the industry and tell you what's going on. But we have to keep you guys updated on this kind of shit too, because I don't think they're gonna have a draft, but you guys need to still be somewhat informed of what's going on. So yeah, we'll keep you updated on that story. Shout out to President DJT. And please do not misunderstand when I shout people out. Everybody gets shouted out on the show. Like I said, if you put a comment in, we shout you out on the show. It could have been Joe Biden. It could have been Kamala Harris. Regardless, shout out to anybody who's the commander-in-chief of the free world. Shout out to America. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's just how I roll, baby. That's just how I roll. All right, let me continue. Let's see what else we got. We got the Breakfast Club as we gear up towards the main event. We have Phylicia. Somebody tell me how to pronounce it. Phylicia Rashad or Phylicia Rashad. This is some old footage, but I feel like some people need to hear it. It says Phylicia Rashad reveals the most important lessons she learned later in life. Shout out to my Eves. Ladies, are you in here?
Hello.
Yeah, ladies, listen up. Here we go.
You've been so gracious with your time, so I just got a couple more questions. What's a lesson you learned way too late in life that you wish you figured out sooner and you would teach to the next generation?
Now, this is going to sound weird to you after everything I've told you.
Mm-hmm.
The lesson that I learned later in life was that I'm enough.
Mm-hmm.
As a young girl growing up, and young girls go through this, you'll know.
Yes.
You go through a period where you feel like, and it's because you're looking outside yourself.
And y'all answer that poll in the chat. Ladies, are you listening? Ladies, this is for you. It's because I care.
You compare yourself to everyone else you see, and you're not enough. Because you don't dress like that one, or you don't have hair like that one.
Gentlemen, you can soak this game up too. I cut my hair recently, and I be missing my hair. I'm like, damn, I did my hair for the women, and I'm like, shit, it was just too much, bro. Like, I'm not really a ninja that want to be in a seat, like like getting this shit done and then blow drying and all that. I can't do that. I'm not that feminine. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro.
You need to leave.
Even though it looks fire, bro, like the amount of maintenance to keep the locks in, I respect the ninjas that got the locks, but the amount of maintenance to keep it in is too much, bro. And then keeping it up, making sure they all even and all. Oh, God. But yeah, I cut my hair and, I was like, damn, I don't like the way it looked. But I had to just accept. I'm like, hey, God made my head a certain way, because I had women coming up to me while I'm in these streets. Fellas, I'm talking to you. And I had women coming up to me in these streets telling me, oh, I like your hair. You look really attractive. You look really nice. You smell good. And I'm sitting here like,
but what the hell, boy?
Cause I'm feeling not as confident in myself because I had cut my hair and shit. But I'm here to tell y'all fellas, like I said, soak up this game too. You might be able to find some gems in this as well.
Or you don't have legs like that one. Or you can think of any number of things. Young girls go through this kind of thing. Usually happens around adolescence, where you feel like you're not enough. Part of that had to do with my mother being so beautiful, my father being so handsome, my sister being so cute. my brother being so whatever. And I just thought, well, when I was born, the Lord was doing something else.
Shit. Yeah, hey, she ain't never told a lie. Hey, for those of y'all who don't know, bro. You know, I'm the darkest. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm the darkest one of my family. So I'm looking at all these ninjas like, are we even related? But I look like my dad though. Yeah, I used to be like, damn, cause ninjas used to hate on me. Ninjas used to hate on me until one day, I'm gonna say probably around middle school. Like, you know, ninjas was hating, like they would be talking shit, cracking their jokes, thinking it was funny. Until one day I started seeing women, like not women, but back then it was girls. So I started seeing these girls approach me in quiet, like not in quiet, in private. And the girls was approaching me in private, telling me that they're attracted to me and stuff. Talking about, can you be my boyfriend? And can you be, and I was just like,
but what the hell, boy?
and that's when I started to peep game. And I really didn't peep game until about, I'm gonna say about high school. I started peeping game because, and I'm not gonna expose them, but there was women, right? Well, girls back in the day when I was in high school. It was girls that was like trying to deal with me. Mind you, they was dealing with ninjas that I know. And I'm sitting here like, and I just minded my business. Let's continue.
You really serious?
I'm serious.
What age was this that you felt like that at? You said
when I was 10, 11, 12, and and that's a subtle thing that you'll carry with you until you look inside yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you start looking inside yourself.
Yeah.
And that thinking vanishes and goes away.
So ladies, I'm saying that, or I brought that up to tell y'all, man, I know y'all see a lot of shit, you know, fuck all, excuse my French, past the makeup, past the lashes and all that, do that too, but always remember to look inside yourself, okay? It's okay to look inside yourself, and one thing I always try and tell y'all, it's okay to be enough. I tell y'all this all the time. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters that find their way to my show. Y'all got to get this work, bro. Y'all pull up to the front of the club, please, form a circle. So, you know, white people, I notice, or maybe it's just me, because they say this about black people. Like, white people, a lot of y'all ninjas look the same, bro. I'm going to say it. So, like, they got, like, this idea of, like, copycat or, like, clone idea of the white, blonde hair, blue eye. I guess that's their level of beauty or their standard of beauty. It's so shocking to me when they say black people look the same. Because I see about 30 different shades of black, and I be like,
But what the hell, boy?
I be mad confused. But shout out to my white brothers and sisters. I love all of y'all. I'm just saying, so in a world, you know, because, you know, the way society's set up, there's white America, there's black America, and then everybody else falls in line in between, right? So there are people in society that, you know, look up to white America's standards of success, beauty, whatever the case may have you. There are people in America that look up to black America's standards of success, beauty, whatever the case may have you. Like me personally, the only reason why I came into this understanding is, like I said, I've read books about it. And the main thing is, it's a lot of things that I did in school that I've told you about. My accolades, the reason why I never was too excited about my accolades is because I've known the distinction that they were considered certain levels of status in white America. And I mean, it's okay, but it was hard for me because even though we live in the system that we live in, and I'm not trying to get all whatever, you know, activist-y here. Like, I'm not trying to be an activist. I'm just saying what I came to the realization was, in white America, majority of the time, I didn't see people that look like me when it comes to those standards. So it just never really excited me to get, oh, you know, good grades and all that. Because I didn't really see people talking like, oh, you know, good grades, good job as a black kid. Or, you know, I seen it in sports and music and shit like that. And that's why we be stuck in the trap. And it's okay to assimilate. But I'm saying all that to say, in a world where they tell you to be a copycat and be like everybody else, it's okay to be different. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. That's why y'all don't see me thugging no more, trying to act like I'm hard. Y'all don't see me with the flag on and all that. Y'all don't see me sagging my pants. First off, I can't even do it, bro. Because when you start to understand these things, like I said, we're told certain things and certain things are glorified to us. So, you know, as kids, you see your favorite rapper sagging their pants. You want to sag your pants and wear the same clothes and look like your favorite rapper because you haven't found yourself yet. Once you find yourself, you sitting there like, this ninja sagging his, do this ninja take it in the booty? What's going on here? What's going on? Bro, besides the jokes, I'm saying, bro, like I said, in a world where they tell you to be copycat, ladies, it's okay to be different. Gentlemen as well, it's okay to be different. Find your own style. Find what works for you. Find your tribe of people. Do what you love to do, and I guarantee you're going to meet people who love to do the same things. Okay, that's bars. And the reason why I'm giving y'all them bars is because it is Wednesday, and I told y'all on Wednesday we do course correction. So I'll try to help y'all, people of all ages kind of find their way. But y'all keep answering that poll in the chat. Like I said, we're gearing up towards the main event. I just got to do the show. This the show, people. This the show. This the show, my people. This is the show, my people. Let's get it.
Because it's only when we look inside ourselves that we see what beauty really is.
Deep.
When did you get to that place of worthy?
I was about 34, 35 years old.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And now I look back at those pictures of myself and I say, why did you feel like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. And you know what it is? What it comes down to is the world tries to box you in. The world tries to box you in. Everybody has their own interpretations about everybody else, and then we all start to box each other in. And once you come to the realization that people have their own interpretations of you, you start to box yourself in as well, because you have two choices. Either you fit the narrative or you break out and create your own narrative. Or there is a third choice, and the third choice is, you form a line down the middle. And I always say this, form a line in the middle and then walk that line. But it's not easy to walk that line, and you're going to slip on one side. You're going to slip on the other side. You may fall into certain stereotypes. It's happened to me. It happens to the best of us. You got to just learn to give yourself grace. That's what I had to do. Like when I started making music, I remember I first started making music, people telling me it was like, oh, this is hot doo-doo. They used to say that to my face, like, this is trash, stop rapping. And I just kept going. I don't know why I kept going. I just wanted to get good at it because I love music. So I started doing it. Next thing you know, I could make fire music. And they like, oh, I can't wait till you blow up and all that. These are the same people telling me that. I got no support from these people now. And it's all good. Like, I don't want the support. It's just like, because now we're older. So now it's more of a business thing. So I'll do it like as a hobby, but nah, I'm trying to make money doing it. But I need to come back to doing it as a hobby, because that's how I got so good. And the problem was I fell into the idea of looking at commercial artists, right? Looking at commercial artists and seeing them have a lifestyle that I thought I wanted. Now that I'm older, I don't necessarily want that lifestyle. The only aspects that I would want of that lifestyle is the money aspect, as in making money. I don't care about flexing money on Instagram. If y'all ever see me flex money, when y'all used to see me flex money on here, I've told y'all before, I continue to tell y'all, the money that I was showing y'all is fake money, just to show y'all how some of these rappers do. But yeah, like I said, all I care about is making money, putting food on my table, feeding myself and my potential family in the future. That's it, and that's all. But like I said, the world tends to box you in. So when I was younger, people always tell me I used to be much more friendly. The reason why is because I wasn't aware of the interpretations and the stereotypes that people had of me. So I was walking through this world like I'm just a regular ninja walking through this world. So people would say stuff, I look at them like, this guy had a bad day. And I go back to my business because I was in my own world doing my own shit. I was trying to play ball. I was trying to make music. I was trying to make money. I'm a college student and shit like that. So I'm like, bro, I'm finna make this bread and shit. So that's all I'm thinking about in my head. Where them ninjas have whatever conversations they have, and they're like, bro, you just changed my whole interpretation of like your kind of people. I'm sitting there like, my kind of people.
But what the hell, boy?
You need to leave.
I'm like, do you mean colored people? Colored? Do you mean blacks? Do you mean blacks? Is that what you want to say? And they like,
You need to leave.
they're like, yeah, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, I'm like, well, I guess, I don't really know what to say to that. I'm like, okay, I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Good job, good for you. But that's some of the conversations I've had. I remember one lady, this white lady, I was speaking to one time. I was telling her about my music. And I remember she told me, she was like, I don't like the fact that you call yourself Black Adam. I think you should call yourself Adam. I looked at this lady like,
but what the hell, boy?
I looked at this lady like, really? I was gonna beg the question. I was gonna say, why don't you like the fact that I call myself Black Adam, since my name is Adam and I'm black? And she didn't know the acronym. So it's Beethoven loved all colors, achieved things out of mind. She don't know that. But she's like, I think Adam sounds better. It has a nicer ring to it. And I was like, so do you think White Adam sounds better? She was like, I don't know about White Adam. I was like, how about Cocaine Adam? She was like, yeah, that has a nice ring to it. That's a good rap name. I sat there and looked at this girl like,
You need to leave.
but yeah, like I said, man, people have their own personal stereotypes, guys. I'm here to tell you, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and keep pushing, man. People are gonna say certain things about you. They're gonna feel a way about you before you even open your mouth. At the end of the day, you know, appearance is everything, but do what makes you happy within reason. Don't come out here looking like a fool. Shout out to the younger generation that find their way to my page. Don't come out here looking suey, bro. I think we used to say that when I was youngin'. Yeah, don't come out here looking suey, bro.
But what the hell?
Don't come out here looking suey. We're gonna bring back some old lingo. Don't come out here looking chop suey, bro, because we're gonna look at you like, okay, let's continue.
That's why it's important to teach young people to look inside. And there's too much going on right now that's so distracting for them. I don't know how young people feel if they listen to news reports today. They can't feel empowered.
Yep.
Because it's not meant to do that for us, for anybody. I was taught a very great thing.
Man, shout out to Miss Phylicia Rashad. Or Phylicia. Tomato. Let's continue. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, man, it's tough, man. The world is tough now. So I don't really watch TV like that. I kind of read my news. Like I said, everybody's pushing an agenda, and that's why I tell y'all, question everything until you have to question yourself. Then you should do some course correction. Question everything, guys. Even question me, because I'm not perfect. I've had my hands in the cookie jar. I used to be a bad kid. Like I said, I was a good kid, but I lived the ultra legal life of being a bad kid at the same time. So I was out here in these streets trying to portray something I was not. You know, they call it, scientifically, they'll call it peacocking. So even me doing my music and all that was to peacock for a potential mate. Ew. But yeah, you know, you just wake up one day. I say it's like, you know, they say 25, right? We're going to say 25. So you just come online. And when you come online, bro, you just look at shit different. So now the money that I made back in the day, even if I'm making that money now, bro, it's nowhere near enough. Whereas that money before was enough. And back then I used to be blowing dope. I used to be drinking. I mean, I still be drinking. I smoke a cigar every now and then, but I don't drink as much. And yeah, I'm just like, bro, I feel like I guess money was worth more back then, and that's probably what it is. Money was probably worth more, and now the value of the dollar has gone down. That's why the money's not enough. And that's why you got to keep pushing and persevering for success, because you're going against the grain here, people. You are literally going against the grain, and you can't beat the system, guys. I used to think I could beat the system. I thought I was smart enough to beat the system. You can't beat the system. You got to find a way to stay ahead of the game. And I'm gonna go into that another time, not right now, because we got to do the show. I'll probably leave a episode where we'll talk about that, of like ways and advantages you can have in the system. But yeah, bro, just think about it like this. To put it into perspective, bro, the value of the dollar has been going down since it's been created. How does that even make sense, bro?
You need to leave.
How does that even make sense? And the best way to make it make sense is that there must be a finite number of resources. There's not an infinite number of resources, as they like to say. And we're fighting for these finite number of resources. And as more people are born, less resources are there. And as we use more resources, less resources are there. So naturally, we have to pay. Unfortunately, another bad thing is the fact that, you know, they put business in politics. So because they put business in politics, we're screwed. We're screwed because, you know, everybody's corrupt for the businesses. You know, we have politicians who are businessmen, and now they're running the world as if they're kings and we're peasants. So, I mean, that's a whole conversation for later. I'll discuss that later. Y'all answer the poll in the chat, bro. Anyways, we got Tyrene Turner. Tyrene Turner speaks on Suge Knight's Red Room, where he made men, what? Where he made, wait, what?
But what the hell, boy?
Y'all know it's prime. Hey, first off, it's men's mental health month. So shout out to the men. Hey, fellas, if you got something wrong up here, you know, you got a couple screws loose, you know what I'm saying? There's resources out there. I got to go put them resources out. But like I said, go talk to somebody, bro. Now, if you got to talk to me, I'm telling you now, I'm going to charge you, okay? I'm sorry, I have to charge you because I have to put food on my table. I can't talk to you for the free ski. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Please reach out to me via DM or just say, hey, I need somebody to talk to. That'll be the code for everybody that finds their way to the page. But it's Men's Mental Health Month. Fellas, take care of yourselves, okay? Take care of yourselves out here. Take care of your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, but main thing, mental health. Because if your brain can't function properly, you are cooked in today's society, okay? You are cooked. With that being said, let's segue. Watch this segue. Why in God's name is the Alphabet Brigade, I need to practice saying that word, but the Alphabet Boys and Girls, why is Pride Month the same month as Men's Mental Health? That just goes to show you how much they care about men in today's society, or at least in the case of the American society, bro. What the hell's going on here? What the hell is going on here? Shout out to the Alphabet Brigade. I gotta practice saying that. So Tyrone Turner speaks on Suge Knight's Red Room, where he made other men watch things. Listen to this mess. Here we go. Hold up.
You know what I'm saying? For punishment, they would make people watch other men have sex.
Oh!
But what the hell, boy?
Oh! Shout out to the Alphabet Brigade. Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls, the LGBTQIA+. Oh my God.
That's just the truth.
Oh.
That's the truth.
No.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And Suge told me that you and Michelle Lay was messing around. Like, what's the deal with that?
She was the homie. She was the homegirl. She was cool.
Y'all type cap or facts in all caps. Type cap or facts in the chat. If you can't, if you're just listening in at work, hey, it's okay. I get it, bro.
I met her at a like a party like long time ago, like in like 95 or something like that. And it was this guy named Ray Phillips.
That ninja's finna say there was this guy named Gay Fokker, bro. What are we talking about, bro?
You need to leave.
I call cap right now. The reason why I call cap is because how do you ninjas let a grown man I'm telling y'all, bro, without being inside the penitentiary, how y'all ninjas let another grown man convince you? Ninja, I would have put 2 in his head, bro, okay? I'm just gonna say it like that, bro. You're not gonna convince me to do something I don't want to do. The only people that ever had that chance possibly is other than the people who got over on me. My parents. Shout out to my parents. And they can't do that no more. It would have been my parents. My parents sitting there like, hey, go wash the dishes, go clean the house. And I ain't want to do it. That's the only times, bro. But now as a grown man, bro, why would I let another grown man convince me to sit there and watch gay corn when I don't want to see it? Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. Like I said, I love y'all. You know, I love y'all as people. I'm not saying this to like throw shots at y'all, but this is dark humor. So everybody got to get this work, dog. Answer the poll in the chat, people. Let's go.
Right. He was gay. And he had all the girls, all the bad girls from Jada, everybody, all the bad girls would be around him. So all the we like, oh, all the gay girls was around going to dude house.
What?
And so that's why I met Michelle A. And we became real cool.
But what the hell?
I want to backtrack to the comments about the Red Room. What was going on in the Red Room?
Come up to my room. You know what I'm saying? For punishment, they would make people watch other men have sex. That's just.
You need to leave.
You know this penitentiary talk. This penitentiary talk right here. Let's continue. I hear the way he laughing, bro. I don't know this ninja though, but y'all hear the way this ninja laughing. You know that ninja liked it, bro. He liked it, bro. He liked that kind of ish. That boy a freak elite, bro. Here we go.
There's a meeting in the
look how you singing about it. Look how he's singing about it, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
You need to leave.
Yeah, bro. Y'all ninjas out here playing for the same team, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it, though. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you like to do. That's what you like to do. We don't bully. I don't really bully. I be on people's head, though, but I don't bully nobody. Cause I used to be bullied. I know how to use my words as weapons. So that's why y'all never hear me like, oh, yeah, stupid ass boy. You know, ugly ass boy. That's why you look like your head look like a rectangle ass boy. You know, you don't never hear me say that kind of shit, okay? I don't do that. I don't do that. You feel me? I can use my words properly, and I think the message will still be, the message will still come across. It won't get misconstrued. But here we go. Yeah. That ninja like that kind of shit, bro. Hold on, run it back, bro. Here we go. Run that shit back. Hold on, my bad, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? For punishment.
Y'all answer that poll in the chat, bro. We almost at the main event. Here we go.
They would make people watch other men have sex. That's just the truth.
But what the hell, boy?
That's the truth.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And Suge told me that you and Michelle Lay was messing around. Like, what's the deal with that?
She was the homie. She was the homegirl. She was cool. I met her at a like a party like long time ago, like in like 95 or something like that. And it was this
Hey, real quick.
It was
I just gotta say this. Hey, black people, do y'all hear me, bro? This ninja said 95. This ninja looked like older, but 95, we're gonna assume he was at least 18. That's like, that ninja probably like 40 or 50. Boy, I can't wait to get old, boy. We're gonna look sexy, boy. We're gonna look sexy, boy. All you gotta do is eat properly, drink you some water, drink you some watermelons. Not to be prejudiced. Drink you some watermelons. Eat you some food that's good and healthy for you. Oh, I'm gonna be sexy. I'm gonna be bald though, but it is what it is.
This guy named Ray Phillips.
Gay, yeah, you
right?
Yeah, gay.
He was gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had all the girls, all the bad girls from Jada, everybody, all the bad girls would be around him. So all the we like, oh, all the gay girls was around going to dude house. And so that's why I met Michelle Lay. And we became real cool.
You know, one thing I learned about the LGBTQ community is that first off, don't ask me how I learned this shit. I'm gonna tell you how I learned before y'all niggas say I'm playing for something. But look, so I seen in the comments they be talking. So come to find out, and I ain't noticed, come to find out that gay girls aren't actually gay. So come to find out, like, the ninjas is actually gay, but the gay girls aren't necessarily, well, not all of them, first off, and I've told y'all this, the terms we are governed by in today's society is some, not all. So there's a good portion of gay women that aren't actually gay. Let's start there, right? Secondly, of these girls, right, the girls that are gay, the studs and whatever, femmes, whatever, there's a good portion of these girls that actually like penis, right? Like the male genitalia. And they say they just don't like what comes with the male genitalia. I guess the man telling her what to do or whatever, so they get with a woman. Another thing I learned too is that the most divorce relationships happen with lesbian relationships. So lesbian relationships have the highest divorce rate, and I believe that divorce rate is, I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna say it off the top of my head before somebody come in and try and check me. But yeah, just some information you ain't know. If they tell you you gotta learn something new today, you just learn something new today, bro. You feel me? Let's continue.
I want to backtrack to your comments about the red room. What was going on in the red room?
The red
Come
room.
up to my room.
Yeah,
You know
that
what I'm
boy.
saying,
That boy. Why he like? What's wrong with this ninja, bro?
You need to leave.
Oh, that ninja liked it, bro. Shout out to your boy. He liked that shit, bro. That boy a freak of
There's
bro.
a meeting in the red room.
It don't matter that you can sing, bro. You a freak of league, bro. You like that, bro.
But what the hell, bro?
You like that, bro. Because how you got all the inside info? You know what I'm saying? How he got all the inside info? That boy a freak of league. That boy a freak of league, bro.
I'm clouded now.
Nah, you ain't clowning, bro. You ain't clowning, dog.
That's what the place where the punishments was.
But what you mean by that? That it was men on men activity going on in the red room?
Man, y'all ninjas is homos, bro.
But what the hell, bro?
You ninjas homos. Well, how do you, bro? Why do you, like, what do we need to break down? Do y'all want to have the mental, you want me to paint you the pic? Ninja said whatever he said. Ninja, what you do with a girl, Ninja? That ninja was sitting there. They was sitting there watching men engage in what they would do with women's. And if you like that kind of shit, it's okay. We don't judge. You still family. We just gonna look at you sideways when you saying you don't like that kind of shit, and that's disgusting. But you sitting there like, you know, describing it and shit. Shout out to them people though.
Somebody, reliable sources that was at death row.
That ninja said reliable sources, but he gave you the inside scoop talking about this, that, and the third, bro. Come on,
what
bro.
the hell, boy?
Y'all watch this brother right here.
Said that's what was happening. And I'm not gonna, the people, my reliable sources are huge at death row. That's all I can tell you. I'm not saying no name, but
what you talking about, bro? Ain't Suge in jail, bro? Don't nobody give a fuck. Hey, excuse my French, y'all. I know it's early, but don't nobody give a damn, bro.
You need to leave.
So what? Oh, I mean, if this the punishment room, I mean, everybody already know about it who was at death row. So who cares if you give up them sources? Secondly, why them? But you know about the red room? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
That was some of the stuff that was happening up there.
Anyway, shout out to this boy. This boy a freak of league. All right, let's see what do we have. Are we at the main event? All right, we have let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 more things before we get to the main event, man. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate everybody. And I'm in here a little bit longer because, you know, my tire did pop yesterday. I got to go change it. But since I'm in here and I'm changing my schedule up, I'll probably drive in the nighttime because it's too hot these days. Because summer's actually about to start in 2 days, people. Summer's about to start. Like, summer already started, but I'm saying the actual, I guess, solstice or whatever. I'm playing, guys. I'm playing. Don't think I'm stupid. But I'm saying summer, the actual date of summer is June 20th, I believe. So, yeah, that's cool. So, 4 more things, then we at the main event. Here we go. Let's get it. All right, we got Jamie Foxx getting real about the ups and downs of fame, calling social media super dangerous and warning people wanting fame. Be careful what you wish for. Now, I'm here to tell you guys, when you guys see me here, I don't want the fame. I want the power that comes with fame, but more so, I'm trying to pay these mother effing bills. That's it and that's all. We trying to monetize, get a little bag. Feel me? People donate. Okay, now we can go put some more music out, make these music videos. That's all I care about. All the other shit, fame, cool, bro. But I mean, I kind of live like a recluse. So I don't really care about the fame. It's not really a big deal to me. When I walk out, I've lived a different life. So a lot of people always tell me that they know me from somewhere. They're like, oh, I feel like I know you from somewhere. I feel like I know you from somewhere. So it ain't no biggie for me to sit there and a bunch of ninjas know me. I need to pay my bills, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck about the fame, bro. We need this money. Here we go.
Has there ever been a time in your journey that this hasn't been enjoyable?
Yeah.
Really?
I tell people all the time, be careful what you wish for. Because I'm a gregarious dude and I just want to have fun.
My boy said gregarious. I had to stop the show real quick. Y'all, so you know, I'm telling y'all answer the poll in the chat, right? So the question is, do you think Chrisean and Blue still love each other or are they just trauma bonded? Bro, so far, it is 100% people are saying they're still trauma bonded. Damn.
You need to leave.
So y'all don't think they love each other, bro? Damn. I mean, they got kids, bro. I don't know. Me personally, I can't do the whole let's have a baby and act like we don't like each other thing. That's just me. But let's continue.
And sometimes people will take advantage of that, especially in today's world now where, you know, you got to be careful. Everything is looked at. Everything is scrutinized.
Yep.
So I do a thing in my new stand-up. I'm going out on a new stand-up called Victory Lap.
Okay.
Yeah, on Hulu. But I talk about how fame is not necessarily fun anymore.
Yep.
Back in the day, fame was cool.
And fellas, ladies, shout out to the Adams and shout out to the Eves. That's why I tell y'all, bro. Be careful what you do today because you don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. Like I said, on Wednesday, we do course correction. So this is just some course correction. Be careful what you do today because you don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. Second thing is this. If you become a person of means, a man and or woman of means, influence, power, whatever the case may have you, if applicable, hide the amount of money that you have. And if you can't hide it, it's okay. But I'm saying, you know, people can see it with what you got on, the car you driving and shit like that. But people ask you for some money, bro. Unless this like yo, and even then your significant other, you got to be mindful, put them on a budget. Yeah, bro, like I said, you ain't got it, bro. They gonna be like, how you ain't got it? Look at how you rolling. And you look at them ninjas dead in their face like,
but what the hell, boy?
And then you repeat what I just told you. I ain't got it, man. I had to pay all these bills, you know, the way business goes. And you just start explaining some shit that you know about the business that you're invested in that they don't know about. So, for example, let's say you, you know, shout out to the drug dealers, even though I don't like y'all like that no more. We're gonna use y'all as an example. So you gonna turn around, you know, they say like, damn, you know, let me borrow a thou wow. You sitting there looking at them ninjas like,
but what the hell, boy?
And instead of turning up on that ninja, you tell that ninja, hey man, you know how this dope game go. You know I gotta invest it all to get it all back. So you know I already just read up. So because I read up, I ain't got no money for you, but I got you some of this thing if you want some of this thing, and that's how you make a sale, people. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, like I said, bro, kind of be mindful of who's around you, bro, because if you make more money than the average person, you turn into a target. We've all experienced it. or you will experience it. If you haven't experienced it yet, you have a long life to live. That's why I say both things. Be careful what you do today, because you don't know you're going to be tomorrow, and that's in all situations. Sexually, publicly, privately. Be careful, be careful. You don't know who's trying to get you. You don't know who's trying to target you. I've always told y'all this. The problem with us now as people is we've evolved to where we can't see who's predators and who's prey. So we don't know who's who until they expose themselves. Once they expose themselves, because cameras are here, we can see it. But until then, we don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You may think you know. You're not smart enough. I'm here to tell you. A lot of us aren't even smart enough to manage our own lives. We're not smart enough to manage our own lives. The proof is in the pudding. Majority of the famous people you see all have managers. You know why? Because they can't manage their own life. They have too much shit going on. They can't sit there and actually do it themselves, write in a book. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this, until they create the routine. But like I said, they have a manager. They have another person they're paying, a maid, whatever. This is to help them become the best version of themselves. So yeah, like I said, keep that in mind, people. Let's continue.
But now, it's kind of, it's tough, and what's crazy is everything that you're doing could be negated in one post.
Yep.
So it's an interesting, I think social media is good, right? But it's also super dangerous.
Has there ever been a time in your journey that...
And it's also super dangerous, yes sir. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Blame it on the you can't blame it on the alcohol anymore. That's the problem. All right, like I said, last three things as we gear up. Y'all answer the poll in the chat so far. Everybody says she's trauma bonded. We have a millionaire that wants a prenup, and a woman says, or the woman that he's marrying says she doesn't trust him, or he doesn't trust her. Let's get it.
But my question is,
and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen this footage. We all have the same social media. You feel me? This is a rerun of some show, but we use this as a teachable moment for everybody. Like I said, I'm talking to the Adams, especially because I'm a man, but I talk to the Eves as well because we live in a different society now. So what I say and my message that I push may hold true to one of the women as well. Shout out to the Adams, shout out to the Eves. Let's get it.
why do we really need one?
So she doesn't want a prenup.
A pretty large company even before I met you. So if we get married.
In this video, she doesn't want a prenup. He wants a prenup. He created the company before he met her, and she got with him and she wanted to get married. Shout out to I don't know how to pronounce the name. We're gonna call you X. Shout out to X. X said, how you doing today? We good, bro. Answer the poll in the chat and kick back and watch the show. Here we go.
Married and then you decide to divorce me next year, then you leave with half of it. That's not fair.
But why are you already thinking about that?
Babe, it's something that I have to think about. I don't know why Danny's so surprised. The prenup's obviously something that we need to have in place. I built a business long before she even came into the picture, and I have to protect that. Like, you want to get married? I'm, trying to work with you.
I don't want to be emotional. I'm just not sure if you're doing this because you don't trust me or, you're not sure about our future.
Well, I think you're overthinking it.
But what the hell, boy?
I'm here to tell everybody, all of you get you a prenup, bro. All of you get you a prenup. And if you don't get a prenup, my ninja, you're stronger than me. Ninja, in today's society, get a prenup. Man, woman, I don't care, get a prenup. Like I said, if Rihanna was to marry, was to marry A$AP Rocky, she'd get a prenup. Use that as your example. Use that as, what's it called? The moniker? Use that as the moniker. Use that as a moniker. Rihanna's a billionaire. Rihanna's not married to A$AP Rocky. They got kids, though. I don't know if they're married or not. I'm pretty sure they're not married. And the reason why is because she has billions of dollars worth of assets. It doesn't make sense financially, fiscally, for her to marry A$AP Rocky. Like I said, if that's the case, fellas, get you a prenup. Ladies, like I said, get you a prenup if you got that kind of money. If you got Rihanna money, go get you a prenup. Fellas, if you got Rihanna money, go get you a prenup. Let's continue. Even if you don't have that money, go get you a prenup. Get you a prenup because you don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. Like I said, who you are today is not necessarily a reflection of who you're going to be tomorrow. You could fuck around and win the lottery. I don't care who it is, bro. I don't care who it is. Majority of people, I'm saying a good amount of people, if you win the lottery, you're not splitting it in half with your spouse. I'm saying it right now, bro. I'm going to say it. The Blac Pill. Smoke mirrors truth. Take the Blac Pill and see for yourself. The reality of the situation is you're not splitting it in half with your wife. I don't care how much you love her. I know you don't want to, Ninja. You're not going to split it in half with her because she might just fuck around and leave you. I'm going to say it, bro. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. You're not going to split it with her. If anything, you're going to want to keep it so you can keep it there. Now, ladies, we know it's a cold game out here in these streets. Shout out to the Eves. Like I said, you know if your ass win that lottery, you're not giving half to your husband. Need I even say more? You know you're not giving it to your husband.
You need to leave.
You're not giving half to your husband. And if you do, I would look at you like,
but what the hell, boy?
I don't care what that ninja did for you. Now, like I said, some, not all, but I'm saying there's probably an overwhelmingly majority of people. The minority doesn't speak for the majority people. The reality of the situation is the majority speaks for the minority. So shout out to all the good girls. You know, the girls ain't out here thoughting and plotting in these streets, right? Shout out to them. But they're a minority. So the reality of the situation is the girls that's out here hoeing and selling their body and all that, OnlyFans, all that. Look at social media. I told y'all, we might have different algorithms, but we all have the same social media. The unfortunate reality of the situation is the majority speaks for the minority, even if the majority is negative. So yeah, like I said, you don't know who you're going to become tomorrow. Get you a prenup. I don't care what they tell you, bro. Because if you don't get a prenup, you're going to go through some of the craziest amounts of stress in your life. Now, if you want to do that, hey, bro, be my guest. Me personally, I'm going to get me a prenup.
I don't know how to explain this to you. I feel like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's not my intention.
Imagine telling a ninja that made a company worth millions of dollars, you don't understand what I'm saying. That's when I got to look at you like,
but what the hell, boy?
What the hell you talking about? What the hell you talking about? You better than me. I'd have said, okay, I understand.
Just to leave you. I hope that's not your intentions.
It's not. Like, I didn't even think about that. You're the one thinking about that.
It's just the reality of what makes sense, like.
Yeah, but it's like, this is like really, this is not how I pictured like it was gonna start.
Tough shit, ninja. Get over it.
There's no reason to cry.
I need like 1 second.
Oh yeah, she's selling that hoe. She's selling it. She like, damn, my plans is ruined. She had to go cry because her plans is ruined, bro. Her plans is ruined.
You need to leave.
Yeah, ninja, like I said, like for example, fellas, remember I discussed it. We discussed, what's the ninja name? The football player, Travis Hunter? Is it Travis Hunter? Yeah, shout out to Travis Hunter. Shout out to Travis Hunter. Shout out to X. X says she's a huge red flag. Yes, sir. Why are you crying about my business? Because I don't want to give you half of my business. You crying about a prenup, bro. You crying about a piece of paper. Oh, and another thing too, fellas, which I got to realize is don't force, and ladies too, Eves as well, do not force your significant other. And that's why I say the LGBTQIA+, because we live in a society that's forever changing, right? So that's why I say the LGBTQ, because they get married as well. All of y'all, that's why I call y'all Adams and Eves and everybody in between. What y'all gotta realize is if you make somebody sign a prenup under duress, that prenup can potentially be null and void, my ninja. Yes.
You need to leave.
It's like, for example, we're gonna use Diddy as an example. Shout out to Diddy, shout out to Cassie, everybody going on with that. Well, no shout out for Diddy. My bad.
But what the hell, boy?
My bad. But follow me, people. Which I gotta realize is like I'm pretty sure Diddy has non-disclosure agreements in place with all these people. They didn't last no 10 years, 15 years. No, they was just there. I'm pretty sure the way it went is somehow, some way they got it to where those non-disclosure agreements are null and void based off of the nature of the case because of how Diddy was acting or how they're portraying that Diddy was acting, even when it comes to the case. And we're going to give updates. I might do that in tonight's stream on what's going on with Diddy. Y'all got to remember, bro, like when y'all see everybody testifying, they're trying to do a RICO, right? So they're trying to get multiple people. Isn't this the first RICO case that y'all noticed with only one person? Y'all ain't peep? So the reason why Cassie testified, Jane Doe, 50 Cent, baby mama, all of them, the reason why they testified is not because they were victims. I'm not saying that we don't see victims. We see victims on the Blac Pill. Shout out to all of y'all. I know what it is. I've been a victim myself. What I'm saying is the reason why they were testifying is to see whether or not they were complicit, whether or not they were participating and they wanted to, which we kind of seen evidence of, but I'm saying not that they were coerced, like they wanted to be part of this. They were helping orchestrate a sex ring and all this kind of shit. Best way to describe it is like Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. So even with Cassie, right? Cassie was supposed to be, Cassie is to Diddy what Ghislaine Maxwell was to Jeffrey Epstein. In that case, it would be, for those of y'all who know the pimp game, and we don't glorify pimp culture, but that would be his bottom woman, right? That's his bottom woman. And that's what they trying to figure out. So, you know, when they pull up the text messages like, oh, Cassie orchestrated her own freak offs, that's why they brought up that information. So that way it looked like she was part of this shit. She wasn't just a victim in all this, the way she's portraying it. She wasn't really going through stuff. She wanted to participate. Shout out to Kapinga. Hey man, we made it to Canada. What up, Toronto? Well, I don't know if it's Toronto. What up, Ontario? Well, I don't know if it's Ontario. What up, Canada? What up, Canada? Shout out to Canada. We got Kapinga's Kitchen. Subscribe to me. Shout out to you, Kapinga. You are officially one of our Eves. Hey, fellas, Adams, treat her with respect, bro. Shout out to Kapinga. We appreciate you. And thank you for calling me handsome. You know, I'm trying not to blush. Appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, so they was trying to figure out whether or not she was complicit or she wanted to, she didn't want to partake in this shit. So yeah, like I said, guys, get you a prenup, man. That's the main thing I'm saying. And I'm not saying it like, oh, I got a problem with love. Y'all go listen to my old music, bro. You can tell I've been in love. That's why I want to protect y'all, because sometimes, unless y'all on the same page, it's not a delusion, but love is an emotion, and emotions are not quantifiable, and that's the problem. So because emotions are not quantifiable, you gotta be careful, because you may love somebody so much in your head and they don't love you that much in your head. And when you're in love, you get on this thing, like they say, it's like your brain acts like you're on cocaine, right? So because of that, you got to turn around and control yourself. So that's why I tell y'all, be mindful. I don't care how much you love that person, be mindful. You'll think your future self is gonna thank your past self. Let's get it.
Baby. But my question is, why do we really need one?
All right, we're gonna let them roll through that. After that, we're gonna get to the main event. Here we go.
I've had a pretty large company even before I met you. So if we get married and then you decide to divorce me next year, then you leave with half of it, that's not fair.
But why are you already thinking about that?
Babe, it's something that I have to think about. I don't know why Danny's so surprised. The prenup's obviously something that we need to have in place. I built a business long before she even came into the picture, you know, and I have to protect that. Like, you want to get married? I'm, like, trying to work with you.
Hey, look, bro. So, look, fellas, also, gentlemen, I want y'all to understand that you're going to find a girl that rock with you. And ladies, for example, you're going to find a dude that you really love, that you rock with. But even then, you know, women don't know, like, not all women, but I'm saying, like, ladies, Eves, y'all don't know what true love is until you have a child. I'm just going to say it like that.
You need to leave.
And fellas, you don't know what it's like to not really feel loved by your wife and or spouse, baby mama, until they have your child. Because when they have your child, they experience real love, unconditional, not conditional. Unconditional love for the first time. They come to the realization that this baby that's created inside of them, right? They come to the realization that this baby's gonna love me regardless, because of, it's like I don't want to say it's like a parasitic kind of thing, but unfortunately all relationships are very parasitic. Like, you know, you give the woman something, after that something inside her feeds off of her to grow into something, then it comes out. Like I said, it's very parasitic, but I'm not saying that to be weird. I'm just saying to put y'all on game. And then after that, when a baby comes out, it's, you know, it has to, you know, suck the nipple. My bad, y'all. It got to suck the nipple. And then, like I said, the woman has to get resources from the man. So it's a very parasitic cycle that goes on, but it has to be done or else we can't get here, right? We'll never be adults. So yeah, bro, y'all not ready for like real love, like fellas, y'all not ready for a woman to stop acting like your mother and then expecting you to always be on top of your A game. Fellas, you are not ready. Ladies, you're not ready for your man to look at you crazy because you're putting all your love into your child and you don't have enough time for him because you're putting all your love into your child. And by the time he gets done from work, you know, you sitting there like, finally, it's my turn for a break. And this ninja thinking, I just got off of work. It's my turn for a break. Like I said, bro, it's a lot, bro. That's why I'm waiting on them kids, though. Let's get it.
I don't want to be emotional. I'm just not sure if you're doing this because you don't trust me or like you're not sure about our future.
Well, I think you're overthinking it.
I don't know how to explain this to you. I feel like you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I am understanding. It's not my intentions to leave you.
Yeah, like I said, man, she was trying to get that ninja. Hey, fellas, like I said, ladies, take care of yourselves, man. Come on now. Damn, two more, and then we get to the main event. Y'all answer that poll in the chat, and I appreciate all the subscribers. We have this ninja right here. Fellas, like I said, do not deal with married women. I don't care if that girl tell you to stay, it's all good. That shit is weird. Don't do it. There's too many women out here single in these streets. Too many women out here single in these streets for y'all to be sitting here trying to deal with married women. Now, this is just an example to reinforce my point. But, bruh, don't do it, bruh. Don't do it. Here we go.
I'm Ralph. I'm her husband, actually.
Oh.
I'm confused. You didn't tell me you were married? I don't understand.
I don't want to, like,
well,
get in the middle of anything like that. Or, I mean, you need to go, I can go.
No, you're totally fine. You're staying.
I mean, you didn't see her ring?
Well, I actually haven't been wearing my ring. Actually, I was up until a week ago. You know.
Fellas, shout out to all the ninjas that look like me, bro. I got to tell y'all something. Gentlemen, if you look like me, I mean, I'm sure a lot of y'all know, but what they don't tell you is, you know, like women of other races are going to want to deal with you, right? They may not necessarily want to marry you. I got to say it like that. Don't get mad at me.
You need to leave.
But they find you attractive, so they will try and cheat with you. So that's why I tell you, bro, don't do it. That girl is not single. She could be entertaining other ninjas, but I'm saying that she's in a, like, if ninjas think they in a relationship with this girl, leave that girl alone. It's going to potentially end with you being in the dirt. I speak from a perspective of, I know how, you know, my male counterparts of other species, right? Or not other species, we'll say other races, right? I understand how they see me because I've been told by some of the women in their communities. So I understand that some of them are insecure about dick size. I have to say it. I gotta say it.
You need to leave.
They're insecure about dick size, body size. They're insecure about whatever the case may have you, and they may put that trauma on you. And that's why I tell you, you got to be mindful, because you gonna turn around and try and sleep with his wife. That ninja gonna catch you in the act. That ninja gonna put two in your head, bro. I'm telling you, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. I don't care if you think you can't get caught, bro. You don't know. Like I said, all it takes is for her to get pissed off that her man said the right thing that one day to piss her off, and then after that, bro, she just exposed it. That's why I'm fucking on Adam. And you sitting there like, you sitting there like, and then that ninja trying to kill you, bro. Let's go.
You know what happened a week ago, right?
Is this okay? Like,
I mean, I think you should leave. I don't
think I should probably
You're not
leave
leaving. You're not leaving. You're staying.
Can we talk?
Sure.
Yeah. You guys should
Stay
definitely
right
do
here.
that.
I'll be right back, okay?
You want to explain?
Fellas, if I was in this position, bro, and that girl told me stay, all right, yeah, and I'm slowly planning my escape and I'm walking away, and she said, why you leaving? I'll text you. Leave situations like that, bro. Don't stay in them situations.
What's going on?
Why don't you tell me again what happened last week?
I told you it was a mistake. It was an accident. I mean, I thought we were going to get past that.
You had an accident, and I'm going to accidentally sit on his. That's why Dawn is staying.
I'm Ralph. I'm her husband, actually.
She said I'm going to accidentally sit. I'm telling you, and ladies, y'all both for saying that shit. That's back in the day, though.
You need to leave.
Ninjas, look, men are the new women. So, ladies, I'm here to tell you, you can't say that to every dude, okay? You say that to the wrong dude, that dude will destroy both of y'all and then off himself in the process, bro, okay? All right, last one, then we at the main event. Finally, damn. Y'all hit the like button, bro. Shit. It took a while to get here, but we made it. So this ninja, now this is the ultimate cuckery ever. The ultimate cuckery. Do y'all know what a code is? I don't really know what a code is, but I seen it on Corn. Now, first off,
You need to leave.
let me preface that by saying I don't watch no cold corn. That shit is weird to me, okay?
But what the hell, boy?
That shit is weird to me. But it's ninjas out there that like that kind of stuff in real life. Art imitates life, and technically corn is art. So art comes from somewhere, i.e. corn comes from somewhere. It's not fake. It may be fake, but it's an interpretation of life that actually happens in different places. Me personally, I watch The Homemade. I watch The Amateur and The Homemade. Let's continue. I saw my wife with another man. Here we go.
I visualized my wife being by some other guy. My wife was
this ninja. He said, I visualized my wife being effed by another man. What I'm saying, gentlemen, like what possesses y'all to put yourselves through that kind of trauma? Like even mentally, you see how I said emotions can't be quantified, right? Emotions can't be quantified, right? So if emotions can't be quantified, your thoughts cannot be quantified either. Why would you put yourself through them kind of thoughts? You know what you think about is what you create. So if you're sitting there thinking about your wife sleeping with another ninja, guess what, my ninja? She gonna be sleeping with another ninja, bro. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? You're gonna tell yourself subconsciously that she's doing it. You're gonna start acting different with her. Then she's gonna go do it. So that way your reality can reinforce what you're thinking in your head. Let's continue.
Having pleasure. I'm not the only dude that can please my wife. I never looked at it from that frame. I always looked at it from, well, oh yeah, I could definitely please another woman, but not once did I let the thought come in on that side that my wife could actually experience pleasure from another man.
Fuck. What y'all ninjas talking about? What reality do y'all ninjas live in, bro? Any man can get your girl. Hey, ladies, no disrespect. I gotta say it. I gotta put the men on game. Fellas, you don't own any of these girls, okay? Let me just say it like that. Fellas, these women belong to the game. Do you know what I mean by that? It's too layered of a conversation to say because I want to get to the main event. But basically, I'm going to say it like this. These women belong to the game. These women belong to the government of the countries they're from. I'm going to say it like that. We'll keep it PG today. We'll keep it PG today. They belong to the governments of the countries that they are from, and the rules of that government, the rules and regulations of how to get money in that society. That's what they belong to, okay? That's it, bro. Y'all need to just take this information and wipe your booty with it. Goddamn. Here we go.
It was like very ego for me. Like,
triggers me too. How do we fix that?
Well, I don't even think it has to be fixed so much as there's an opportunity to see into it. And here was what the big revelation came for me that time though. I grounded so much of my energy and certainty in my wife. I didn't ground it in business partners, strategic partners, my clients. I'd learned how to not do that. But there was still me grounding in me and God. And then I still put a ton of it in her. So if she responded some kind of way to me, it would shake my certainty in myself. If she said something, it would shake my certainty. So that day, when I tried that on, and I was working through it, I was having this conversation with God and myself, I was talking through it, and the principle that I got for myself was stop grounding in her. Stop.
Bro, what does that even mean, bro?
But what the hell, boy?
Why are y'all putting that much into your girl? Hey, man, don't get me wrong. Shout out to the ladies. I love the women, but bro, y'all confidence should not be going into y'all women, bro. Like, y'all confidence should be going into the success that you create for your family. I don't know. That's just me, though. Hey, bro, we at the main event, man. We at the main event. Y'all hit the like button. Hold on. Let me pull the thing up. Let me pull up the thumbnail. Y'all hit the like button, bro. We appreciate everybody watching. Y'all answer the poll right now. We have 100. Oh, hold on. We're going to do the main event. Hold on. All right. And 4, 3, 2, 2. All right, man, main event time. Y'all know what it is. Hit the motherfucking like button. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused. That's how y'all really feel, bro? I thought they kind of love each other, though. I've been in a bad relationship where we was trauma bonded. It's terrible. Actually, shout out to my neighbor, Miss Kenya. She was asking me about the girl the other day. Well, yesterday. She was like, damn, I never see you with Miss Chocolate. And I was like, yeah. That was bad news. But yeah, so Blueface claims he only welcomed Chrisean Rock back into his house because she appeared homeless and needing of help with getting back on her feet. And then she airs him out. So let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. Hold on. Let me pull back up my my stuff where y'all can go follow me at. I appreciate everybody following me and shit. Yeah, bro. So this is a lot to unpack, but right now we have 100% of people saying that they are trauma bonded and they don't still love each other. Damn. Let me. I don't even know what to hit. I guess I'm gonna hit the Undertaker. We gotta hit the Undertaker bell. Damn. That's how y'all feeling? I think they love each other, bro. I think they just hurt each other because y'all gotta understand they young. I remember when I was young, boy, I was wilding out in these streets. I remember one time I was in the apartments, right? And I had my whip and I was trying to look cool in front of, I was so lame, damn. So I was trying to look cool in front of this girl I was dealing with, right? So I backed the car, like I was trying to back the car up fast. Imagine the apartment is small, it's tight. So I'm trying to make it look cool, right? You know? So I backed the car up and imagine I backed the car up into somebody's car, bro. Damn.
You need to leave.
Damn, I was like, damn, my bad. I ain't even see y'all. You know, I hopped out. You know, the girls hop out. This back when I was in Houston. What up, Houston? You know. And then them girls was like, you know, the girls hopped out. It was a ninja. He was like, damn, bro. You know, he started cussing, whatever. I'm looking at them. You know, they all shorter than me. I'm like 6'1" and shit, 260. And, you know, the girls was like, you know, if you was a bitch, we was going to beat your ass. I'm sitting here like... But really, I was sitting there like...
But what the hell, boy?
I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I have insurance. Like, I'm going to call the police and you would go to prison. What are we talking about, people? I'm like, what's wrong with these people? Yeah, man. That's hood math for you, bro. That's hood math. If you stay in the hood, bro, get yourself out the hood, bro. But yeah, I done did stupid ass shit like that. And I think back to myself, like, what was I thinking? And I was just trying to look good for that girl I was with, or look cool for that girl I was with, because I was so in love with her. And she ain't even like me the way I liked her. She liked me, but I don't think she was as in love with me as I was with her. And that's what I think this situation is. The problem is I think they mentally abused each other to try and prove a point for social media, and that's why they're in the current state of affairs that they're in. And y'all could let us know how y'all feel in the comments too. Type what you think in the comments. So, like I said, we're gonna go through the story. Blueface claims that Chrisean Rock moved back into his house with their son. And he only welcomed her back with open arms because she appeared homeless and needing of help to get back on her feet, not rekindle their romance. And then she aired him out. So here we go. I believe that this is him talking to her on the phone, and I guess she recorded it. And here we go. Like I said, y'all tell us what y'all think in the comment section.
Hello world. This is a message for Chrisean and Gina Malone.
All right, so we can't barely hear this ninja, but he said, hello world, this is a message for Chrisean and something.
I accepted you back in with open arms so you can get on your feet. Ultimately, for my son to get on his feet.
He said, I accepted you back with open arms so you can get on your feet, and ultimately for my son to get on his feet.
I offered you money.
I offered you money. I offered you money.
Just so you could solely focus on our son taking his first steps before his second birthday.
I offered you money so you could solely focus on him taking his first steps before his birthday. And yeah, I mean, the son, shout out to the kids. You know, we won't say shit about the kids. Kids always get a pass, right? The kids of America are precious cargo. Shout out to the kids. The kids gonna always get a pass, but you know, word on the net, because I'm not gonna say this, because like I said, if somebody talked about my kids, we was gonna have to shoot the fair one. But yeah, you know, they were saying how, you know, she was drinking and smoking. Y'all know the whole story. I don't even like to talk about it because it's a sad situation. But a lot of times, you know, as people, what we have to realize is we're all very hard-headed. We don't listen to people. We have to see it for ourselves. And now she's seeing it for herself. And I mean, it's okay because the baby's still gonna be loved. But yeah, the baby needs both parents. So that's my whole thing. That's why I think they supposed to be together. A lot of people don't want them together. It's like, bruh, tough shit, man. Talk shit, swallow spit. You got to do what you got to do. Y'all supposed to stay together, especially when your baby got issues. Now, if you want to make the child's life hard, you want to make y'all lives hard, okay, separate. But if you have a kid, bro, like how you, like the reflection of the life, like the life that you create for your kid is going to be a reflection of their future. So always keep that in mind, people.
I don't need you. I don't know what this jewelry heist ransom story you got going on is about. But if you have...
Hold on, my bad, y'all. So he said, I don't need you. I don't know what kind of story you got going on and what's the story about, but
Get your own space.
he said he's gonna help her get her own space.
We're more than free to do that. I thought I was doing you a solid.
He said I was doing you a solid.
You know, you were homeless, so I gave.
Hold up.
Now he
So he said I gave you a place to stay because he was homeless, basically, right? So like I said, for those of y'all who don't know, and I'm gonna go pull it up real quick. Let me get off of Instagram. Let me go to TikTok. For those of y'all who don't know, you know, since shout out to Blueface, by the way. Blueface, baby, all right. For those of y'all who don't know, you know, she been entertaining other ninjas. And that's one thing I tell y'all too. Shout out to the Adams. Gentlemen, if you go into the penitentiary, I'm here to tell you, more than likely your girl gonna be entertaining a couple ninjas. Now, she may or may not be able to hold it down, but I'm saying, like, after 6 months, bro, she may entertain, she's probably going to entertain other ninjas, bro. I gotta say it like that, bro. Because I don't know why y'all stuck on, oh yeah, I'm hard, I'm this, I'm that. I'm going into the pit, man. I gotta do some time. I'ma sit. I gotta go sit down. I'm coming out ninja. You ninjas sound like Looney Tunes, bro.
What the hell, boy?
You sound like a Looney Tune. Why would you go sit in prison, bro? Just so your girl could be accessed by other men. That should alone be enough for you to say, hey, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't even want to risk it. I got a girl that I'm, you know, they say back in the day, they call it going steady. I got a girl I'm going steady with. I'm going to sit there and risk what we got going on to go sit down with a bunch of ninjas? Couldn't be me.
You need to leave.
Bro, it couldn't be me, bro. It could not be me. All right, let me see. So, like I said, she been entertaining ninjas. So first she was with the ninja Tatum. What's his name? Tatum Titan? Tatum Titan. I call him Tatum. This ninja, I thought this ninja was a dyke at first. I thought, oh, my bad. They say you can't say dyke. My bad, bro. My bad.
You need to leave.
Shout out to the alphabet boys and girls and the LGBTQIA+. My bad, bro. My bad. You know, I had got into a verbal altercation with a lesbian woman, and she was telling me, because I called her a dyke or whatever, she was like, that's a slur. So I was like,
But what the hell, boy?
so yeah, you know, give respect where respect is due. My bad. My beezy. I ain't mean it. Yeah, so she was with this ninja. I thought this ninja was a stud, bro. I thought he was a stud.
You don't even know me like this.
Oh, shut your stupid ass up, bro.
Look how many views I got. They doing too much on my though.
Talking about how many views you got, ninja. Ain't nobody worried about you, ninja. Shut your ass up, ninja. My bad. I'm just playing, guy. They ain't worried about you, ninja. We worry about Chrisean, my ninja. If you ain't know, now you know, ninja. We ain't worried about none of you ninjas. Fellas, I'm here to tell you. If it's between looking at you and looking at the woman, bro, we're worried about the woman, bro. We're not worried about you. Me personally, like I said, I rock with the ninjas because I'm a ninja, but I'm saying I'm looking at the girls. I ain't looking at you ninjas. I'm looking at the women's. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, because they're nice to look at. Look at this shit. And look, Blueface probably, so look, the thing people don't realize is I think they got Wi-Fi and shit in prison now. So this ninja sitting in the penitentiary, probably got ninjas on his dick like, oh yeah, you know your girl giving it up to this ninja. And he's sitting there like, just working out and shit, eating good, eating his bowl of oats and noodles and whatever they eat in prison. You know, what's that jail food, that shit that look nasty like throw up, bro. You know what it is. I don't know what it's called. What do they call it? I don't know what they call it, but look, this is what he doing. So he's sitting there watching this. For those of y'all can't see, they kissing on each other, all that. And Blueface thinking to himself, he like, yeah, ninja. He like, yeah, F ninja, how my dick tastes, ninja. That's what he thinking to himself, bro. Cause back when I was in my thugging days, that's what I used to think. I'm like, yeah, how my nuts taste, bro. How my nuts taste.
But what the hell, boy?
My bad. So she was with this ninja Titan. She was with that ninja Titan, and then she was with another ninja. They had told us the last chat, I don't remember the ninja name, but it was some other thug moniker or whatever the case may be. I can't remember the ninja name. It was another dude that was a rapper, I believe, some thug rapper or whatever. They was hanging out at some party or some shit. So yeah, like I said, Blueface baby is seeing that, and he like, damn, so this girl doing me dirty, and she got my child, she got my seed. It's kind of messed up though, because at the same time, you know, Jaden somewhere in the picture like, oh, you know, I'm not even entertaining that. It's funny because he's gonna either go back to Jaden or Chris, and comment who you think he should go back to. But yeah, fast forward, like I said, or let me take y'all back a little bit further. Let me take you back a little bit further. This the kind of relationship they was having, and that's probably why we have 96% of people saying that they're trauma bonded. I'm gonna show y'all, cause we were showing y'all one of the previous streams. We gonna show y'all. Shout out to Cotton Socks. Cotton Socks said Chrisean is a high. What you talking about, baby?
What the hell, boy?
What you talking about, baby? I think you meant Chrisean is a hoe. You meant Chrisean is a hoe. She said Chrisean is a high. Yeah, Chrisean is a hoe. And give him a disabled baby by choice. Hey, she said it, not me.
You need to leave.
She said it, not me. But yeah, that's what I was talking about actually earlier. That was the whole thing with the smoking and drinking. Ladies, shout out to the E's everywhere that listen to the show. We appreciate y'all, bro. But like I said, we appreciate y'all and we give y'all the respect that y'all deserve. Granted that y'all actually kind of somewhat listen to us. Always understand, ladies, I'm sure you noticed, I don't need to say this, but I'll say it again just in case you didn't know. Sometimes, we're a little bit extreme as men, but some of the things we tell y'all is because we want to see y'all, win out here, whether or not you realize it. I know some of y'all think that men hate women and all this. No, we don't. We hate what society has become and what society has allowed some of y'all to become. So we hate situations like this. We hate the fact that a woman will drink and smoke, right, while she's pregnant. And I'm not really trying to say Chrisean because I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm saying any woman in general. In the hood as a man, if I see a black girl that's pregnant, drinking and smoking, I hate the fact that if I was to say something about it, niggas gonna want to beat me up. I hate the fact that if I was to say something about it, you was gonna turn around and look at me like I'm trying to ruin it for you. You was gonna start crying and screaming so that way them niggas put me in the grave. That's what we don't like. And that's why we tell y'all sometimes you gotta listen. And ladies, like I said, and I've told the men this all the time, fellas, women don't listen to us. Women only listen to each other. So ladies, y'all need to go tell y'all lady friends and your woman friends, hey, there's certain morals and principles we have to have. And one thing about it, do not drink and smoke while pregnant, bro. It's not gonna come out good, bro. I forgot what it's called, but it's something fetal syndrome or some shit like that. I don't know because I ain't got no girls pregnant. I ain't got no kids. You feel me? But yeah, it's a bad situation. Shout out to Kapinga. She said y'all say that, but cheat with those women. So I don't know. Now, ladies, which I gotta remember too, is that as men, and I mean women do this too. Women do it in a different way. Let me start with this. The stereotypes about men and women that we hear all through social media, they're all, or I'm not gonna say they're all, but most of them, a majority of them, an overwhelmingly high majority of them are true, right? So what I mean by that is, and I've said this in many of my other streams, we're taking a mirror and we're pointing it at each other and saying, look, this is what you do. Look, this is what you do. I'm saying men and women, right? Follow me. So, Kapinga made a good point. She said, y'all say that, but cheat with those women. So I don't know. And you're right. We do cheat with those women. We do this thing. We do. So you know how there are some women that deal with multiple men, right? I'm not saying sexually. I'm saying they have a guy for this bill. They have a guy to take them here. They have a guy that they go eat with. They got a guy like this. So men, we do the same thing, but sexually, right? So we could have a woman that we love, and then we could have a girl that we just want to sleep with, and we look at her as a sex object because, men and women look at each other differently. So men, we look at women as sex objects, and then women look at us as success objects, and that's the whole problem. But that's not today's show. Today's show is about Chrisean and Blueface. So let me bring it back full circle. Like I said, ladies, what I want y'all to do, y'all gotta kind of hold each other to a standard. I'm not trying to tell you what the governing standard is. That's for y'all to decide, because y'all know at the end of the day, women have this shit called girl code. So y'all gonna follow y'all girl code. Y'all gotta kind of come together and do y'all own little thing on social media and figure out, hey, this is how we hold each other to a standard. Because at the end of the day, a lot of shit that goes down nowadays is because y'all not holding each other to a standard, bro. And it's not my job to say the world, so I don't give a damn. I'ma say let people do what they do and be how they be, because I got my own bills to pay. I got food to put on my table. I got to get my rocks off too. You dig? But like I said, if we don't hold each other to a standard, we're all cooked. So I always tell men, like I say, it says in the Bible, iron sharpens iron. So I tell men, we got to hold each other to a standard. We can disagree to agree. Let's just not disrespect each other. I feel like women should kind of have some kind of that same sentiment. Don't disrespect each other and don't disrespect yourself. Anyways, like I said, let me bring up Chrisean and Blueface relationship back in the day. What did I look up before? Let me see. This probably why everybody's saying that they trauma bonded. Let me see. Here we go. Shit like this. Hold up.
Real shit. it.
Ladies, y'all like, put a 1 in the chat if you like this kind of, if you like these kind of relationships. Put a 1 in the chat.
So you're just not gonna think who it was?
Babe, I'm thankful.
How if you're saying that?
I got you signed 7 times. Like,
How if you're
I
saying
really
that?
rep that shit. You know I
How
do.
if you're saying
But
that?
just because we got like a complication, don't try to make it seem like I don't fuck with you or I didn't think it was from you. Now you're trying to like, no, you're trying to like play those mind games. The only real reason why I'm saying you can't say that because I am destined. I didn't go for you. I just auditioned. Like you'll audition for anything else. I wasn't thirsty. I wasn't. I liked you a lot. Nobody had to force none of this on you.
You see that right there? That was the beginning of the end. That one hurt his heart. That nigga said, really? So you ain't even like me like that? That means you was using me. Here we go.
You're a goofy
No,
bitch.
that's not true.
Okay, so it took something.
That's why
for
he
you to
mad
get
now.
7 fucking tattoos, right? You goofy bitch.
Stop talking to me crazy.
Then stop being goofy.
No.
So look, ladies, do y'all like that kind of shit? Y'all like the ninja that call you a goofy bitch? You like that shit?
You need to leave.
I'm just repeating what he said. Shout out to Blueface. Do you like that kind of shit? I mean, if you do, I'm not here to judge you. It is what it is, but that's probably why the chat finally changed up. At first, guys, it was 100% of votes saying they trauma bonded. Now we got 3% saying that they still love each other. I think they love each other, but I think it's complicated. And I was going to put that as a third choice, but I was like, nah, 'cause I need y'all ninjas to make a choice here. Because if I put it's complicated, everybody going to put it's complicated. That's like they call that a cop-out. That's the cop-out. I wasn't finna do that. Let's continue.
No,
You're telling me I took God's credit.
Look,
and
you're getting emotional. I could be calling you a goofy ass bitch too. What
the fuck? You gotta
talk to me. Stop calling me a goofy.
So you would have got 7
See,
times.
like I said, learning experiences, people, learning examples. These are teachable moments. Wednesday is course correction. Let's do some course correction. Yeah, fellas, ladies. Now, when you're fornicating with somebody, you can talk to them one way. When you're having an argument with somebody, you can talk to them another way. When you guys are happy with each other in a relationship, you can talk to each other another way. But the problem in this relationship, and I've been in a relationship like this, I've been in some dangerous relationships, people, crazy shit. But the problem with this was the fact that they talk to each other as if they have no respect for each other. Now, if you know pimp culture, I believe that this was some form of pimp culture going on, and that's why this whole situation happened. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. Only reason why I know is because I told y'all there was a good portion of my life where I was mentored by a pimp who taught me these kind of things. And it wasn't that long. I'm saying maybe like 6 months. It wasn't like that long, but he taught me like there's different types of pimping. This how you break a bitch down, all this type of shit. You feel me? So that's probably what was going on here. And the problem is it kind of fucks up the whole relationship because, and I shouldn't even expose this, but when you're pimping, like you lose as a pimp the moment you care about the bitch. And I hate to say it like that, but that's how they say it, right? I'm just reiterating or paraphrasing what I was told. So once you care about her, you lose because she loved the fact that you didn't care about her. And then when you start caring about her, she's looking at you like you're weak now because you're supposed to not care about her because that's what turned her on to you in the first place. Let's continue.
Called you a goofy ass bitch ass.
You would have got 7 tattoos of
Stop
anybody.
being emotional.
You would have got 7 tattoos of anybody.
We're talking.
You didn't even do music.
Babe, are you listening?
You know how that makes me feel?
Yep.
Real
like
shit.
I said,
so you're just not gonna.
You know how that makes me feel. Once she heard that, she understood I'm in the power position now. Let's continue.
You cheat and you steal. That's enough for somebody to do to me, for me to say you're evil. So now you get the evil blue. Just take a second to think about that. I know it confused you.
It
You don't
even
know what that means.
bro. You keep saying
okay.
steal from you. What the fuck are you talking about? Steal from you?
You stole from me.
Why don't I have a car already? Why don't I have a car?
Because you stole from me.
Why
That's
don't I have a car?
Because you stole from me.
Why don't I have a car?
Because you stole from me.
No, that's not true.
Why would I buy a thief a car?
That's not true.
The fuck?
That's
Are you
not
dumb?
true. That
Why would
car...
I buy a bitch that stole from me a car?
No, just say you want more control over me, bro. It's not that.
A car ain't gonna. A car will give me more control.
Like I said, y'all, the same words that I've said earlier in the show are coming in. So, feelings, control. These are all the things that kind of ruin a relationship. And the problem is everybody wants to be in control of themselves at the same time, want to be in control of other people. And we got to find a way to, like, I don't know how to say it, but like, we got to get to a point where we can kind of, like, y'all got to have an excruciating details, right? y'all gotta have a sit down or a meeting with your significant other or partner and say, this is what we like, this is what we don't like. Go over everything so that way there's no miscommunication. Because a lot of times the reason why relationships don't work is because of lack of communication. And then when you guys don't communicate properly, it starts to make you numb inside. And that's when the bullshit start happening, because you get numb and then you get irritated and it make you feel like every time you think about this person, you know, you just want to suck your teeth. Here we go.
Control over you. All you gonna do is bang the motherfucker. Hey, daddy, I'm crashed on the side of the road. That's all you gonna. What the fuck? You think I'm worried about controlling you? You're an idiot.
I'm not. That's what it is.
You can't even control yourself. You think I'm trying to control somebody?
Yeah, that boy was going in on her, bro. He's going ham.
You need to leave.
That boy said, "Puh." That was me spitting, people. He was like, "Puh. I own you." Good God. Here we go.
The fucking show air.
Lucky if we even know each other by then.
Why are you talking crazy like that?
Cause you all up on my phone deleting shit.
Cause why are you posting
so that
it?
type of bitches I don't fuck with for too long. I felt like it, that's why.
Also, y'all, what y'all gotta realize too, we're watching a dynamic being played. So a lot of times in relationships, if like, I don't know why it happens like this, but every relationship turns into a certain kind of dynamic. So I'm not saying specifically this, and I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not I just been in certain relationships. I've been with a lot of women that were older than me, right? And I've been with women that were younger than me. I'm saying, so I've kind of read some of this stuff. So we're like, in every relationship, there's like a dynamic that gets created over time through like little, we call them cues. We're gonna say cues, like little shit that happen in a relationship that start to form the dynamic. So, you know, when a dude act, the best way to explain it is when a dude act a certain kind of way, like let's say he get mad about a situation, a woman will turn around and start acting like a child. You see what I'm saying there? And I'm not saying like, oh, a woman's a child. No, I'm saying like the dynamic becomes formed. And let's say in that instant, they solve the problem, right? After that, after a while, it's received in both people's heads that when a situation like this occurs, this is the dynamic that's going to play out. So every time y'all hear her, you know, with the whiny, that's the dynamic that was created between them two. And then him talking shit to her like that, that's the dynamic that was created between them two. Whether they like it or not, we don't actually know. Maybe she liked that kind of shit. Cause it's like he said, she got like 7 tattoos with the ninja. She got the ninja face on her. Like I say, even when it comes to pimp culture, you get a ninja name on you, ninja face on you, that means that ninja own you. That's just that's branding. So like I said, it's just, we don't actually know per se too much. We only know what they tell us, but that's a dynamic that we're seeing being played out consistently. That's why you kind of see the same general thing that's going on, just in a different scenario. Here we go.
That you post.
What's the point?
Post the bullshit
what's
that
the
you
point?
post?
I'm not posting shit. I haven't posted
why
anything.
Why do you post the bullshit
I haven't
that you
posted
post?
nothing. I'm not posting anything boof.
I'm not asking you why you're
you
not
want
posting.
Me to delete it? I'll delete it.
Delete what?
Just saying anything you think is boof. Like,
you can't delete that shit.
Yes, I can.
It's on there. It's on there. I could look up your live right now and see some bullshit. The fuck? I don't know what you talking about. Run shit over here.
What do you mean?
You don't run
Nobody
shit over here.
Run shit
so
over there.
Don't do none of that then.
Then why are you doing that?
I control what's posted,
why
what's deleted.
Why are you doing that for though?
Because it's my shit. That's why.
Now, fellas. Fellas. I'm here to let you know, bro. If you got to tell the girl what you control and don't control, I'm here to tell you, bro, you don't control that, bro. You don't control that. You just want to. Here we go.
You signed up. That's why.
I didn't sign up for nothing.
You knew what it was when you signed up.
Stop treating me like that. Stop being weird.
Okay, then stop.
Stop being weird, bro. That's it, bro. That's not realistic. That's petty, my nigga.
What's petty about it?
That's petty,
Which was
bro.
the bad part about it?
I don't want to.
I don't know why. Whenever I see them, they make me want to go back to Cali. I remember I was a truck driver and shit. All right, let's fast forward. So let's see what she had to say. That's just me taking y'all back to some of the negative shit that was going on in their relationship, they on and off relationship, whatever they was doing. I don't know, situationship, side piece, whatever. I don't know. But here we go. This is her responding to the call that she put out at the same time. Here we go.
Calling 5 people, but it's like, it's out of spite. Like I don't know what he on. Like, I'm telling him, God is telling me this and this and this and that. He don't want to listen. But the last time I did.
Hold up, bro. Why in God's name? God forgive me for taking your name in vain. Why did you bring God into this, bro?
You need to leave.
If y'all ain't know, I'm here to tell you right now. This is not godly. Okay? This is not godly. Let's continue.
And listen, and when we broke up, and he didn't have no money to fucking facilitate the bills. So, all right, cool. I'm back in the picture. I'm like, shit, I'm finna go get your chains. I'm finna go do this and this and that. Like, we finna, like, you know, get back together. But
And this another thing too, ladies. One thing y'all gotta stop doing, bruh. And it's not. I'm not telling y'all like y'all gotta listen to me. It's just some advice, some constructive criticism from your imaginary friend. In this case, I'm real. I'm just like in the show. Yeah, bro. When y'all try and like cut ties, like with your baby father's family. Now I understand the bullshit. Like, you know, if they're enabling the bullshit or they're reinforcing the bullshit. But bro, it takes a village to raise a child. Are y'all hearing me right now, bro? Especially like to the darker skinned women. Society has convinced y'all, right? Society has convinced y'all that you're strong and independent if you do it by yourself. Have you not noticed that your female counterparts of other races are not doing it by themselves? Regardless of feminism or whatever you believe in. Have you ever asked yourself why? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why are they not doing it by themselves, but I'm doing it by myself? I don't know why it's like this. It is what it is. All I'm telling you is, bruh, don't shoot yourself in the foot. That's what they say. Is that the correct terminology? Bro, make sure you keep good contact with the people who can potentially help you with your kid when you need a break from your child, or you need to go do something, go make some money so that way you're not just losing money, trying to bring a child up to, you know, the age of 18. Shout out to Tamara Sunday. She said, hi Black Adam. In chat, I'm a new subscriber. I like your commentary. You're speaking up nothing but facts. Appreciate you, Tamara. Appreciate you. Now look, shout out, hey, everybody, welcome Tamara. Tamara's one of the Eves now. Hey, gentlemen, treat her with respect and kindness. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Adams and shout out to the Eves. You know, I gotta spit the real, bro. Sometimes I gotta spit the real, but I don't spit the real all the time because in a world where when you're of a darker complexion, a lot of times if you say too much truth, they want to turn you into a martyr. I don't necessarily want to be a martyr, at least not yet. Maybe when I'm like 60 or 70, but for now, I'm just trying to do my little thing. But I appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate everybody who subscribed. Y'all hit the like button. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, ladies, hey, bro, do not shoot yourself in the foot. Like, I understand you ain't trying to talk to the ninja. If y'all got to speak through each other's family, okay, kind of keep it cordial. I get you might want to turn up on him for whatever reason. You might be irritated because you got to kind of do it by your lonely. But yeah, bro, why would you make it harder on yourself, bro? Like, for what? For the what? For the mental fortitude? For what? The glory? Oh, I did it by myself and I'm proud. Bro, it don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. None of this shit matter, bro. We're gonna die anyways. I hate to be very dark, no pun intended, but we're gonna die anyways. Who cares if you did? I mean, look, I speak from a perspective. I was raised by a single father. I was raised by my dad, so that's why I come off like this too, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very straightforward. I have emotions, but I regulate my emotions because my dad taught me, like, hey, you gotta tighten up when it's time to tighten up. So my booty hole tightened up. But for real though, yeah. So I'm saying, like, I speak from that perspective, and that's why I come off like this. If y'all wonder why I sound like this, but I'm saying, bro, none of that shit matter, bro. Like I said, emotions are there to be felt, but they're not there to direct you. And I mean, ladies, y'all can take that with a grain of salt, because really I'm talking to the men. But I'm saying, like, y'all ladies, I could feel y'all emotions, but don't let them direct you when it comes to the kids, because the idea is to give your kids the best chance for survival. You feel me? Let's continue. I talk too much.
To make it right, like, all right, I'm back to paying the bills and fuck it. He like, I don't need the money. I already got the money now in a different location. I said, all right, cool. Well, but like, I don't know what everybody like tripping about, you know? Like,
baby, you know, the thing is, she know, it's just a lot of times, like I always tell y'all, bro, and it don't matter man or woman, we don't want to be wrong. That's what it comes down to. Cause like, even me, it's a lot of shit my parents told me. I don't even talk to my parents like that no more. It's a lot of shit they told me, and shout out to Papa Black and my stepmama, right? It's a lot of shit they told me when I was around day age, when I was a little bit younger. Bro, I couldn't hear nobody. Nobody could tell me nothing, bro. I wouldn't hear it. I wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't say nothing about it. I would be like, man, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna find a way. And then one day you wake up and like years pass by, and it's because you ain't want to listen. And it's okay, because once you wake up and become aware of it, you know, the first step of the change is recognizing, damn, I fucked up. I need to kind of dial back and like maybe go do like this and then switch it up. You know, you got to stick and move. Sometimes you got to shift left and then go right. Or if you play video games, sometimes you got to hit that cheat code. You got to find something that works and then press the cheat code. You got to keep pressing the cheat code rapidly, because that's the only way you're going to get out the hole. So you got to hit the, you know, left, right, down, up, A, B, C, no, A, B, X, Y, and then boom, the cheat code worked. But until you recognize that you need to change, you're going to keep repeating the same cycles. That's something I learned. Like, even with the motherfucking, excuse my French, the tire, bro, I spent like probably like 3 bands in the last month on my car alone, bro. Crazy shit, bro.
You need to leave.
And I had an epiphany last night, and I was like, bro, what it comes down to is I need to see the forest for the trees. I need to recognize, hey, maybe I messed up. Let me dial back, invest my time in other resources and other avenues and do what I need to do, because I'm gonna be successful. And I'm here to tell you too, you're gonna be successful no matter what you do. You just have to believe in you. If you believe in you, the rest will follow. Okay? And that's a gem on Wednesday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm saying, like I said, it don't matter who you are, girl, guy, they, them, LGBTQIA. I call them the Alphabet Brigade, or the Alphabet Boys and Girls. That's my coin term, by the way, the Alphabet Boys and Girls. It don't matter who you are. If you believe in you, you're going to succeed, especially in the case of us. Shout out to the American people. Shout out to America, the ugly. Oops, I mean the beautiful. Shout out to America, right? In the case of America, guys, we have it better than the average person. In America, you can have a regular job, or maybe 2 regular jobs. You might have to do 2 and still succeed. Now, it might not be the actual situation you want. It might not be the ideal situation, but you can succeed no matter what you do in today's time. There's too many avenues. The problem is, when it comes to what we want versus what we need to do, we get that misconstrued. And that's how we get into these situations that we get into, whether it's finances, fiscally, whether it's relationship wise, like I said, lack of communication and or miscommunication. And that's where y'all got to catch yourselves, bro. Even me, like I say this to y'all, you feel me? I'm talking to y'all, but I'm really talking to myself. So I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to myself. I feel like in life, you know, I study philosophy. I feel like we see reflections of each other in other people. Like, I remember I told people this. I'm like, you know, we only tend to stop and look at what we're attracted to. Other than that, like, the rest of the world is kind of blind to us, right? We don't see it. And when I say that, I'm saying that poetically, like, you know, I don't see what I'm not attracted to. I don't know how to say that in a better way. You don't see what you're not attracted to. And I'm saying in all aspects, whether emotionally, spiritually, physically, you won't see it. With that being said, let's continue.
I took off for a whole year and some change because
We got more.
It didn't work out. He wasn't loyal. I wasn't loyal. I fell off. Boom. You know what I'm saying? We fell off with the relationship shit, whatever. All right, cool. I just don't like how
What's up?
he's trying to put me in a position to go up against certain people when, like, certain people is not here for us. They not.
All right, so you know what she means when she say certain people. For those of y'all who've been following the story, she means his other BM, which is Jaden. But the problem is, and that's why I tell y'all, because I could have played that game. I almost ended up in that game. It's been a point in time where, yes, Black Adam had 2 girls he was dealing with, and they knew about each other. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real because I ain't got nothing to hide. But what I was going to say, yeah, bro, you got to just, you got to remember, like, you chose to play that game because you seen how the ninja was moving. And you seen how the ninja was. Now, you may not have known at first. Like I said, everybody, when they young, when you young, I keep telling y'all, you know, they say 25, so we gonna say 25. You don't really come online in your brain till like 25, and then you come online, you be like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I call it, how do I say this? I call it your hormones. Like, your hormones stop raging at 25, they kind of go down. So you can start to see clearly. Shout out to Manifest Mama. She didn't really do anything. Manifest Mama asked, what did she say or do? She ain't do anything. She was just discussing the fact that, and for those of you who are new here, the story is, Chrisean came out and said that, or Blueface came out and said that he didn't really want Chrisean to move back in. So he let Chrisean move back in, which is a good thing. He wanted her to get back on her feet. And I guess he gave her some bread. He gave her some money. and she's now discussing the whole situation between them. And I was just going into details about the fact that she don't want to be in competition with Jade and Alexis. And the problem is, I don't know, she's going to get older and realize that it's not really so much a competition. No problem, by the way. It's not really a competition. It's a competition if you want it to be a competition, right? And the reason, no problem, manifest. Shout out to all our supporters. Like I said, I do what I got to do. But yeah, it's not that it's going to be a competition. It's just you wanted to play that game. Now you got to play that game. And that's why I tell y'all, ladies, be careful who you have kids with, who you lay down with, because if that ninja got a girl before you, if he got a girl before you or he got kids before you, you're going to be in competition with the baby mother. I'm here to tell you, and I've said this before, when you can create life with somebody, and that's why it's hard, because shout out to all the single women everywhere and shit. Y'all know what it is. Who want to be my baby mama? Who want to be my baby mama? No, in all seriousness, it's tough, bro, because it's like, in my head, me personally, this may or may not be true, and it's okay if it's not true, but the way I feel personally, regardless of what people tell me, because I believe half of what I see and none of what I hear. That's just me, though, right? Yeah, I feel like personally, when you create life with somebody, you're going to keep sleeping with them. And I know that sounds crazy, right? That sounds crazy.
You need to leave.
But I got to say it like that. The reason why you're going to keep sleeping with these people is because you know that this person's this person's key and your metaphorical lock can open and boom, Big Bang Theory, create life. You see that? So that's why I'm like, bro, it's always, unless y'all despise each other's guts, right? It's always hard for me to believe that, y'all just gonna stop sleeping with each other. Now it's possible, right? Let's say y'all hate each other's guts too. It's still hard for me to believe that this ninja's not gonna be gunning for me because I'm trying to deal with you. And now that's a whole competition right there. So when it comes to her and Jaden, it's like, you can't really be mad at Jaden because at the end of the day, he got a kid with Jaden, he got a kid with you. Y'all should have just worked it out when y'all said y'all was gonna work it out. And after that, keep it moving. But y'all keep trying to be petty. It's like, bro, unfortunately, the reality of the situation is, and I hate to say it like this, or I don't know, sometimes I wish I could have this for myself, but y'all both finna be his baby mama and y'all gonna have a three-way, bro. That's it. I don't want to say it like that, but what they call them? They call them sister wives. Y'all gonna be sister wives, bro. That's it. Let's continue.
Protecting us, they not making sure we straight, nothing. That's cool.
And that's another thing too. And I don't mean to keep stopping it, but I got to break down the videos. That's why I tell y'all fellas, stay out the penitentiary, bro. Because when push come to shove and shit start going left, your girl gonna look at you like, ninja, you are not holding it down, bro. You're not doing your job as a man. And that's why I tell you yet again, what's the point of ending up in there? Stay out of the penitentiary. Stay out the penitentiary, bro. Nothing positive comes. You're gonna join a gang. You're gonna have to fight when you don't have to want to fight. You may potentially get poked up. Stay away from the penitentiary. But yeah, that's why she kind of a little bit affected. Let's continue.
Cool, I don't care if you made up with your mother, just have that under check. Make that shit right. You feel what I'm saying? This lady is exploiting our kids.
Shout out to Manifest Mama. She said, LOL competition. They got to learn to love the children more than themselves. For real. Grow up, Chrisean. Facts. Facts. And I keep harping on this, y'all. I keep telling y'all, the kids of America are our precious cargo, right? And I say it like that. And shout out to all our supporters across the world. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm in the U.S. I'm an American, so I'm gonna say America. But I'm saying the kids of the world, right? Protect the kids, do it for the kids. Because the kids are going to keep society rolling forward, pushing forward. If we don't teach the kids, we are cooked. I'm saying as a species, we're cooked. So yeah. Regardless of how you feel, even then, let's break it down even smaller. Let's say not as a species. If you don't teach your kids properly, your bloodline is cooked. I don't care if you believe in a patriarchy, you believe in a matriarchy, your lineage will potentially be cooked. If you want your bloodline to end, that's cool. But once your bloodline ends, that's it. That's it and that's all, regardless of if you have one kid, you say you want 2 kids, 3 kids, you have 1 kid or whatever. Do you want your bloodline to end? That's the whole thing. So let's continue. And she also said, she said Carlissa's making a bag off the kids. I understand where she's coming from, but once you start playing the social media game, ninja, it's about the Benjamins. I don't know what y'all ninjas be talking about, bro. Why y'all sitting there mad, bro? If the kid make money, the kid make money. Now, I understand, though, if my shit blow up, right? If my shit blow up the way they shit blow up, or I'm going to speak it into existence. When my shit blow up the way they shit blow up, personally, when I have my kids are gonna be away from social media. They're gonna be like Sia. Y'all know who Sia is? This white lady. I only know her because I remember it was a Kendrick Lamar. No, not Kendrick Lamar. It was a Chance the Rapper song. He was like, "Oh, my daughter likes Sia. You can't see her." And I never knew who that was. I was trying to understand. So it's this white lady, and you couldn't really see her. You could see her now because I looked it up and I did some research. So you could see her now, but I think her kids, like if you look back in the day, I don't know if it's still like this. Her kids were all blurred out. Like she made it so that they all blurred out all on social media, so you can't see them. That's how I had my kids. Unless they want to do that, I wouldn't want them to do that because, you know, no shade to like all the celebrities and shit, but they kids all come out a little funny, and I don't mean like not in a rude way. You feel me? I know that sounded wild.
What the hell, boy?
That sounded wild. What I meant is they all come out a little bit different. You feel me? Like the kids that's born into fame and stardom and shit, and then they celebrities their whole life. When they get older, they get a little bit twisted, bro. If you catch my drift, let's continue.
Talking about our kids, all for clout, just doing stuff for clout, and it's just too much for me to like care that much. You feel me? So I'm telling him like the little plan I got going on. Like, hey, I'm finna go up. Like, we gonna be straight. I'm finna go get your stuff back. What's up? Da, da, da.
And look, so she told him about the whole little plan that she got planned or whatever. But that's the thing, lady. When you switch sides, that's the thing. You knew what it was when you signed up. So when you switch sides, it's like in my head, I don't care who you are, man or woman. Why would I do business with you? All money ain't good money, or all business ain't good business. So if you try to switch up on me, I'm feeling like in my head, you gonna switch on me. Secondly, what you need to understand, shout out to Chrisean, this ninja sitting in the penitentiary where ninjas might poke him up. Ninja gotta be on behind enemy lines all time with a little shanker in his butt. Hopefully not in his butthole, but you know what I'm saying. Ninja gotta be on.
You need to leave.
Ninja gotta be on 20, not even 10, all day, every day, 25/8, working out just in case these ninjas think he's a weakling. You know, he walking with the shank all day, and you think that ninja finna trust anybody? He's not trusting anybody until he gets out of there. Let's continue.
He like, nah. I don't. Some reason it did work out.
Hold on. We got one more.
I don't need no artist. I need a BITCH. Like I need a Blueface. I was like, okay, me being a Blueface bitch is me getting money, my nigga.
Yep, and that's why I say this whole pimping, glorified pimp culture. Y'all ninjas don't know how to pimp right. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing. I'm saying y'all ninjas have gotten to a point where men are the new women. So y'all ninjas sit there and y'all feelings about a girl doing what she got to do. And it's like, bro, at the end of the day, ninja, if you don't do what you got to do, your girl gonna have to go do what it got to do. That's why you got to stay on top of your game and make sure you do what it do. That's bars, people. That's bars, people. So, you know, she said that he said, oh, I need a Blueface bitch and this and that. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. So you need a Blueface bitch. So what's she supposed to do? Sit at the house and look stupid? Stuck on stupid? And then she got to go get this bread until you come out. After that, you can go get this bread. Because when you come out, you're going to get money, but she has to supplement the income until you get out. When you get out, you already know, bro. You already know. We already know you go do a couple shows, couple pop-ups. Oh, how was prison? Ninja's going to pay you. You're going to get like 100 racks coming out. Okay, cool. But at the same time, what she's supposed to do, they got to supplement the income. And at the same time, like I said, if it's kind of messy, you got to come out the pen and squash it. So she going to be mad, but you got to squash it between y'all families and that bullshit so that way y'all can go get this money together. It's so interesting. Like, black people, do y'all understand that if instead of dividing each other up, if y'all work together, do y'all understand what we can create? Do you understand what you can create? Do y'all understand that? Imagine, because I seen it myself, you know, Blueface got his own little fan base. I fuck with Blue. So Blueface came out as Blueface. Blueface put both Chrisean as a rapper who wasn't a rapper, he said it in one of the earlier videos, and Jaden on as a rapper, and they both made one single, two singles, made 100 racks. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. So that's good business sense, or at least having the right people around you. So like I said, they got to kind of work it out, bro. Let's continue.
What nigga don't want their bitch to get money while they locked up?
You know what I'm saying? But
we broke up. I was with other niggas. You was with other bitches. We not broken up. I changed my number. I'm not with other niggas. I'm not. You feel me? Nothing. It's not. It's all right.
Because you was playing, mama. You can't be playing, bro.
You need to leave.
That's why I say men have become the new women. So ladies, know this. Ladies, I can't be playing, bro. These niggas be in their feelings now. So You turn around and do something like, nah, we just look at it different now. We like, nah. Yeah, man, why are we so weak, bro? I don't understand it, bro.
What the hell, boy?
What happened to us, bro? We used to be tough as nails. Now we soft as baby shit. Let's continue.
Let's do it right though. But don't tell me sit in the house.
Don't tell you sit in the house and what?
Nigga, would you post
So this the call with Chrisean dad. I guess I don't know if it's Blueface or her actual dad at this point. Everybody daddy at this point. I don't know, bro.
Would you post Javon and Journey? Would you post Javon and Journey penis and vagina?
Yes, I will. Yes.
That's disgusting. Why would you do?
Bro, what the fuck?
You need to leave.
Viewer discretion is advised, people, and this is for entertainment purposes and commentary only. Cause like I said, I don't see this before I come on the show. I'm seeing this in real time with y'all. That was mad confusing. Here we go.
Do that. Why would you post? Why would you post your kids' genitals?
It's not about
Why
your
would you
reputation,
post your
it's about the
kids'
child.
genitals?
Because it's about the child, not your reputation.
So you post your child penis and vagina? You're disgusting.
All right, so for those of y'all who don't remember, I think they had came out because I guess somebody wasn't taking care of the child properly. I don't know who. I don't want to insinuate anything because I don't want to be sued. And yeah, they had posted, I think Carlissa had posted it, and it was a whole issue or whatever. They was mad at each other, and I think that was one of the things that started the beef. But they was trying to say, oh, you know, she's not taking care of the kid properly, whatever the case may have you. I don't know who to believe. All I know is, bro, y'all got to watch out for these kids, bro. Y'all, if y'all got kids, y'all be on my page. First off, shout out to you for being a parent, for doing your job. But bro, like I said, till y'all teach y'all kids, bro, your kids don't know better, bro. So you kind of got to do that, bro. Even if it make you uncomfortable, that's part of being an adult, my ninja. That's why I say it ain't easy to be an adult. But yeah, bro, y'all got to handle that, bro. That's kind of weird.
You're disgusting. No, you was just a jealous ass bitch because I was out who I was out with, nigga. You can't stomach that. That's cool. That's cool. You know who I was with.
And that's all I'm saying too. So if you know that he was mad about that, why are you doing that? And then in the same breath, you talking about, all right, let's go get this money. And that's the thing, ladies. I be trying to tell you, y'all be trying to turn these ninjas into bitches. Like, some of us is not going, bro. I'm going to have to say it like that, bro. We're not going for that shit.
You need to leave.
We're not going for that shit. Now, at the same time, you can make your money as a woman, right? You could make more money than me, right? You could be my girl and make more money than me. This is me personally. I don't speak for all men. I've been told by other men. I got to preface what I say by saying that. So you can make more money than me and it's all good, but don't try and put me into a bitch position. Me personally, I'm never going for that, bro. I just could never. I could never. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not that type of dude. I'm a very dominant dude. Now, like I say, dominance for people is in different ways. Like me personally, like so long as my level of success is being able to do what I do effectively at my craft, right? And I feel like everybody should have the same sentiment. So I don't have to make the most money, but if I'm good at what I'm doing, I know in the future I'll make the most money. Besides the point, don't put me into a whole position because as a man, I don't like to feel like a bitch and it's going to turn me off being around you. I'm not going to want to talk to you and it's not your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's probably my fault. It's in my head, but keep that in mind. And I'm not saying all guys feel the way I do, but a good portion of guys don't want to be felt to be made like a bitch. Now there's different people who got like kinks and shit like that. Shout out to them. Let's continue.
In the caption, Blue, you're weird. You know what was going on, bro? Shut up. That's weird. That's sick as fuck. Why would I want to be with? Why would I want to be with a nigga that posted my son dick? You acting like, bro. You're acting. Nigga, would you post? I was.
What you heard in the beginning was they was recording a conversation so they could like snitch on each other, I guess. I don't know. They was young. Here we go.
On air out that he had to pawn his chains when we was broken up because he trying to play big man, big shot caller like he don't need.
And ladies, it's another thing y'all don't do too. When y'all going through it, bro, stop exposing to the world that you going through it. So for example, if a ninja pawned his chains, you're making this ninja a target by saying that this ninja pawned his chains. This is war, people, if you didn't know. This is war. Stop putting y'all... I know y'all want to air the ninja out. Oh, this ninja made me so mad. I'm finna do him dirt. Yeah, I'm finna expose his stupid ass. Bruh, just don't, bruh. Say the shit you wanted to say. Like, sometimes I do this. I think people should do this, too. Sometimes I see something on social media. I want to go post it on my social media. I be like, I write like what I was finna say, and then I just delete it, and I tell myself, yeah, act like I posted it. That way I get that validating feeling out of me. Like, you don't need to be validated that way, bro. People don't need to know that the ninja's struggling for some pocket change, bro. Ninjas don't need to know that ninja, you know what I'm saying? Ninjas don't need to know that ninja had to go pawn his chains, bro. Don't put that information out there. We don't need to know.
You know, by did I F this girl, F this girl. I'm the only person in his corner. I'm the only person in his corner.
You can't say you're in his corner and act like this. Here we go.
What? What do you mean? And it's not just the only person. There's Kim. Kim, leave her out of it. She don't even like drama. Bodine, Bravo, the money team, okay? Pretty much the money team, right? They reaching out to me, try to make sure I'm straight. They like, yeah, what we gotta do, cause what we gotta do. I'm like, look, Blue saying this and this and that. This is when I was saying no to everything, no to every booking, no to every money, no, right? Cool, we break up. All right, cool, you cheating, all right, I'm not even cheating, I'm with another person. He with another whatever.
Now, see, that's where I'm saying you being disingenuous, cause what the fuck you talking about? How you say he's cheating? You know you was about to say you was cheating too. You said, he's cheating, I'm with another person. Bruh.
But what the hell, boy?
What you talking about, bro? What you talking about? It's okay. I'm just saying, what you talking about, dog? What you talking about? He's cheating and you're with another person? Come on now.
All right, cool. I wasn't going to air
Hold on.
I got a penthouse right in Baltimore. Nigga, I don't even want to tell you what I have because it's none of y'all business. But
and that's what I'm saying too. So it's nobody business, but you gonna put out this ninja business. That's what I'm saying. You kind of flawed for that. You in the wrong for that. Don't do that, ladies. Don't do that. It's okay. Like I said, you mad. Bro, write it to yourself. You know, ladies take notes. Ladies, I know y'all take notes on ninjas. Write it in the notebook, in the diary, bro. Don't post it though. Write it in the diary so you can vent. Don't post it though. Let's continue.
I was working on purchasing another home in LA. He like, come home. Cause he already know what is about to go down. Finna move on, have a kid, like with another guy, bro. Like I was moving on. I was happily in my little situation. I don't even want to name drop. Y'all know who I was talking to for real, heavy. Okay, cool.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying too. It wasn't only two ninjas. It was the other ninja too. So she was with Tatum, or Titan, whatever, the one that looked like a stud, right? Then it was the other rapper, and it was another rapper. I forgot the ninja that passed away, bro. I forgot his name though. The ninja that passed away. What was his name? The one that they say supposedly she lined him up. And like I said, that's what they say. The word on the streets, the internet streets. That wasn't me. Don't sue me.
You need to leave.
That wasn't me. Don't sue me. That's what they said on the internet streets. So I don't even know. But let's continue.
He get the peeping how I'm moving. All right, cool. They checking to see if I'm okay, and I don't want you like running on zero again. Like, I'm finna go get your chains. And then it's crazy because he made me make that video. He made me make that video, bro. Like, I got a pin.
I guess he just wants you to learn your place, bro.
Daddy, I'm coming back home, me and the baby. I'm just waiting on your call.
That was the last episode we did on that. We're going to end this show right here. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Oh, Ronnie. Shout out to Tamara. The ninja name was Ronnie. Yes. Yeah. The ninja name was Ronnie, the one that they said somebody lined him up. Yeah, bro. Crazy situation. Like I said, I got to go, guys. Y'all hit the like button. Donate if you like the show. Past that, it's your boy BA. Shout out to the Adams and shout out to the E's, man. We back in here later. I will be back in here probably like 6:30. Y'all know what it is, man. Turn the notifications on. It's your boy. I appreciate everybody watching. And ultimately, they say in the poll, they said that they trauma bonded. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. Hopefully, they can work it out, bro. I think they need to work it out. Ladies, if y'all got a ninja in y'all life, y'all got a woman in y'all life, whatever y'all got in y'all life, they, them. Yeah, bro. Try and work it out, bro. Like I said, at the end of the day, 100 years from now, we're all going to die anyways, and nobody's going to remember us. With that being said, it's your boy, man. Deuces. Yes, sir.